Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Lucy. Or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to a fresh week of Hazel Streams. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. Hello. I'm here. I'm live. I'm online. I got coffee. I have sequestered my power bars into handy little boxes so the cats can't turn them off. Although, I'm sure there's still a bunch of other chaos they can have back there. You can wreak havoc. So we'll see. Especially because they're like, they're hyper this morning. I was doing my makeup and Tiki kept trying to jump up and catch himself onto my pants. I think he wanted the strings of my sweatpants. Hey, Hazel and chat, that in-game stream room is so cute. Thank you so much. I was gonna do like a video about it a million years ago, and I don't know what happened. I never did it. 5 p.m. here, still warm in the UK. Oh, toasty, toasty. It's been hot here. It's been hot here too. We've been getting some heat. I am thanking the lucky heat pump stars that we have climate control inside now, because it's nice to not have to worry about if the cat and the dog are getting too toasty. And also I can just hide indoors. You guys open my curtains. I guess that's okay. If it gets too bright, we can mess with them. Today on World of Warcraft, I have 2 goals. Duh. Like my French. I'm going to go to the new zone. I think it's Val this week. It should be, hopefully. Unless I've like just spaced out and forgotten a week. Oh, I have 3 goals. I remembered a 3rd one. But I need to go to this new zone. Yep, it is Val. And I need to just do the new quest line. So I'm just going to do that right now before I talk myself out of it. Because I believe, are you sure that's what you want to do? They're doing curtain battles. If there's ever a massive crash, it's because they pulled my poorly hung curtain down. I am out here to finish the quest line because there is an achievement that I haven't finished yet, and that's the only thing I need for it, for the mount, like trip around the stars and the glider and everything. So I want to do that. We're gonna, yep. Oh, yep. Sure. Yep. You guys can press those buttons. That's fine. Oh, your intro made me think that gnome can't reach anything in her own house, and then she started levitating. Ah. It's Trixie. Travel to the Void Acropolis interior. Okay, you betcha. I have fast travel around here, don't I? Yes, yes I do. That'll help. Hi kids, you want to come up here? Good morning, good morning Hazel. Good morning ATX Bandit. Good morning Miss Nebulous. Brisk 98 for the past few weeks in Florida. Something light as usual. Yo. Have to do the quest too. Thanks for reminding me. I'm so close to forgetting that this place ever existed forever, but this is the last thing that I have to do. And then it can just retreat into a dark crevice of my mind until, I don't know, if I ever get around to like really 100%ing everything. I'm sure there's like a mog or something I missed out here, but I'm just gonna get my mount and call it good for a while. Good morning, Liquid Shivas. How are you doing today? How are things with you? Happy Wednesday. I'm happy I got coffee. I got 2 cats. Everyone's doing good. I'm here on time. I am not gonna get confused. I'm here. It always gets me whenever I'm doing a quest in the same area as a world quest. I don't really care about the world quest. I don't really need to be doing both. And I live my life on autopilot, and I just hit whatever Plater tells me is relevant for my quest upon. So, what's this achievement you're working on? Let me pull the name of it. Trip. It's either trip through or around the stars. It must be around the stars. A trip around the stars. And in order to finish that, you need Frosty Dominar Politics, which is just the time-gated questline. And this week is the first time that we've been able to finish that, I think. Again, unless I've missed a week. I should be able to finish this, get that achievement, get my Voidmancer's Star Carver, and get out, I think is step 4. Yeah, we can click on this. That's all good. The other task that I remembered... Well, task is a strong word. The other fun thing I want to do that I remembered is a new time walking week, eh? We got classic time walking. And how are we doing on Master of the Time Ways? Master of the Turbulent Time Ways. Oh, I can get another mount! I can finish this today. I can do a time walking dungeon on Catmint, my leveling druid. I can get my spawn of Viranoth. That'll be sick. Love that. I guess people must be riding those around. This is the first time, I guess yesterday. But I wasn't on yesterday, so it didn't count. Mid-cat. Love your French. Merci. My family used to butcher French recreationally. It was like an in-house family meme. They used to like saying murky buckets instead of merci beaucoup. I don't know if that's mean or not. They didn't do it to French people or French-speaking people. One of my grandparents comes from French Canada. She's, as far as I can tell, lost her accent long ago, if she ever had one. But maybe she holds animosity towards it. I don't know. One quest away from getting the no weapons allowed rack. Got the Veernoth mount. Nice. What's the no weapons allowed rack? Tell me more about that. What does that mean? Murky buckets. To 12 for the time waste. Nice to see you on this one. Nice to see you, Michelle. Hello. Good morning. Or afternoon or evening. It's morning for me. It's 9:07 a.m. I have chaos demons around. Eventually they might come up and say hi. I'm not gonna rush it. Especially because I need to figure out I need to do a two-handed scoop. I can't just grab at these kittens with one hand anymore. Tiki in particular has attained some mass, and you really need that second hand, otherwise you're gonna lose the poor guy. I took 4 years of French in high school. It was the only thing I got honors in. I was very good at. Ho ho ho. Or in French. Ho ho ho. I also took French in high school. I was not that good. I was okay. I've lost all of it. I never used it, so it's all gone. I don't remember very much at all. I didn't memorize a whole lot of vocab, and I didn't really do grammar at all. But I could sight read it with pronunciation being half okay, decently well off of whatever they wanted us to read from. So everything was all fun and games until they wanted me to write in French. I could do the readings fine, but I didn't necessarily know what I was saying. If you do all the Argentina quests and get the optional items associated with the quests, you get an achievement that allows you to buy the rack that allows players to stow their weapons away in housing. Oh, that's sick! Do you have the name of the achievement handy? What's the achievement called? Morning, Hazel and the group. Hope your day's starting well. Having less pain. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. 2 days of not needing pain next with my neck. Oh, children. Kittens. Duchess. You guys are going crazy. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that, Milligram. She used to sit all of the good kids next to the not so good kids, and the one I was sat next to, Bethany, was really not so good. I think she did a lot of marijuana. Bethany, not your teacher. You just got your French teacher's just high out of her mind. Highly decorated. Okay, highly decorated. I might have to make a note of that. That sounds like fun. Spruce at the peach hair. I did a redye on... Can you guys hear them crashing around? Like a thunderstorm. You're just little kitties. I did a redye on the weekend. I've already forgotten which day, apparently. It must have been Monday. I think it was Monday afternoon. Thank you very much. I think I got a lot closer to my gnome's hair color. I think I got a lot closer, and you can't see right now because I'm in Dominar, to my gnome's like salmon, like darker salmon pink. I think I almost nailed it, to be honest with you. It won't last past like a wash or two, but for now. Hope y'all have a great day. Madame Ostegard. Used to call her Madame rather than Madam. Madame. And I'm sure a lot of kids in their little baby French classes had this problem. For my tiny life, I moved to schools a couple times when I was a little kid, and I meant that I ended up taking the first level of French a few times over, because every new school would start you back on French 1. And so I didn't learn much other than my bonjour and my comme ci comme ça for a while. But I was convinced, I really liked my French teacher in this first school. She was really nice. And she was very pretty, and I really liked her the way that kids do when they're like, 6 or 7 or whatever. And I was convinced, I've died. That's the boss. I was convinced that her legal God-given name was Mademoiselle. And it never occurred to me that her name was not Mademoiselle, because that's what we called her. In the morning, we'd go, bonjour, Mademoiselle, and that was her name. And when I got to the next school and I found out that more than one person could be Mademoiselle, I'm like, no, that's her name. You can't denigrate the good name of my Mademoiselle like that. Oh, there's a spirit healer down here. That's good. Yeah, there's stuff you can do to help your colors stay for sure. I actually got some color safe shampoo this time around. Thank you for streaming to YouTube again. It's the platform I tend to use more than Twitch. Good to catch your streams more again. Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm glad it's working out for people. I was worried about it being tough, but it's fine. It's actually quite fun. I convinced the Dominar to rebel. Oh, I see. I need to speak with them. I was using too much violence. Hello. Subterfuge, thank you very much for the 2-month resub on Twitch. Appreciate it. No, okay. I'm not following what's going on thoroughly. If it's Frosty Dominar politics, I'm kind of shoving my head in the turkey at the Thanksgiving table. Oh, I want to read that, but I'm gonna die. This is like a hard mob. I feel like I'm not meant to be doing this without a something. I'm on normal as well. I'm not on heroic mode or anything. I don't think. No, if I was on heroic, it would have kicked me out when I died. Anyways, I'm not on heroic. Okay, we're doing fine. Maybe I just haven't played WoW in a while. Maybe that's my problem. Also, I can't help but notice that I'm still at 0% of convincing them. Oh, but that's the world quest. That's not what I'm meant to be doing. That thing I just did now is what I'm meant to be doing. We're okay. We're all good. Let's light veil recall beacon ourselves out of here. My nephew was really tired and upset the other day, and he pointed to me and my brother and said, "You and you go in your car and drive." He did not want us there. He's 2. Oh my god. That's so cute. My nephew had a phase like that. And maybe he's still in it. I should go visit him and see if he kicks me out. Where he really likes it when you come visit him. You'll come over, you'll have a nice visit, he'll hang out, you'll play, and then at a certain point he'll be like, "Bye," and everyone's just still sitting around like drinking their tea on the couch, and he'll be like, "Bye. It's time for you to go now." I would like my house back to myself now, please, and I've never related so hard in my life. Hey, hair looks amazing. Oh, thank you very much. Turned out pretty good. Is this the last? Are they gonna make me do more things? I hope not. Let's see. Hello. You're in jail now. Oh, you're a new one. Oh, there's more. There's more. Portal to the Forgotten Depths. You betcha. I'll get right on that. You bet your bottom dollar. This one. This one. Okay, so it's kind of down there, so this should be fine. Let's pop in here. I'm very much looking forward to not coming back to this place. I like WoW, and I've enjoyed a lot of the patches, and I'm sure I enjoyed, some things about this patch. These zones, not one of them. Did not do it for me. Did not toast my biscuit. I'm usually following the story somewhat, but you're giving me life with your storytelling. You're in jail. I thought it was gonna be the normal Dominar dude. I didn't know why he'd been incarcerated. Foul neg, tall mobs hit way too hard. Normally on normal mode and not heroic, I do okay. There's a treasure over there. Well, but I don't know. I think they can sense that I don't want to be here. They can sense hostility. Hi, Hazel. These past few days have sure been tiring. What's been going on? How you been doing? What's up? What's up, Buttercup? You tell me about yours, I'll tell you about mine. Also, I have an Apple update. I made a pact with someone last week that we would finish the produce in our fridge before it went bad, and I am here to report that I did finish my apples. I ate the last one last night. I was hungry for a snack at my desk while playing Pal World in the evening, and I was like thinking about getting a candy bar, and then I thought, I'm gonna get an apple and peanut butter. And if I eat that and then give it a minute and then I still want the candy bar, I will eat it. So I did. And then I still wanted the candy bar, so I ate that too. But the apples are gone. They've been eaten. They have not turned into mush, and I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I did finish my cucumbers. It was me. We did it. I honestly did not have a lot of faith in myself because I tend to forget that sort of thing. But I remembered that I made a pact. It worked. Let's go. I saw Susie Toot the drag queen yesterday. She had a great show. Very 1920s. Great old classic songs. I learned that the entertainer has lyrics. The entertainer has lyrics? What's your favorite kind of apple? Not the ones that I got. I like Honeycrisp apples. And I was going to buy them, but they were expensive and these ones were kind of on sale. So I got some random other kind of apple that wasn't as good. They were mealy and they had a bitter aftertaste, but they were fruit and they were affordable. And it's hard to come by these days, so I hate them anyways. I thought, how spoiled am I? Oh, I can't get the good apple. I mean, I could. I don't want to get the good apples. Shut up. Eat your darn apples, girl. So I did. They do it. They did it. Although I already used my little cheaty Hearthstone, so I'm going to have to, like, run back the old-fashioned way, I think. I like Honeycrisp apples. Honeycrisp apples are yummy. Jangles117, thank you for the 21-month resub. Hello, Hazel. Hope your day's going great. Thank you very much. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I let the cats in the bedroom last night. And honestly, I think the couple of nights that I didn't let the cats in the bedroom because I wanted to get a full night of sleep because they're kittens and they're crazy. I think I really hurt their feelings because now Tiki won't even get into bed with me anymore. He'll come see me in the morning and I'll be like, "Where did you go, buddy?" So I have to make it up to him. That's my doorknob. What on earth are you gonna do with that? Oh. There's like a reflection of light on my door that's moving around a lot from like a window and some wind. And it's making him crazy. There you go. Honeycrisp apples are my splurge item at the grocery store. I just plant a Honeycrisp tree and then in, 10 to 15 business years will be fine. I don't really know how to leave. I feel like this ice cap was a plot point. I'm sure there is a way to leave, but you know what else we could do is we could just hearth and go back the old-fashioned way. Miss raw fruit. Can't eat raw fruits, vegetables anymore due to stomach paralysis. Loved Honeycrisp. Oh, that sucks. Nice cold apple out of the fridge. I keep them in the fridge so they don't go bad on me, but I actually don't like them cold. It hurts my teeth too much. I also I don't know why I'm oversharing apple facts. I guess that's what streams are for. Because I had braces as a kid, and for years and years and years, I could not just bite into an apple. And then later on, I realized I didn't like biting into an apple, even if I could, because, like, it gets juice on your face. Sometimes the juice drips. It's sticky. I don't like sticky. I don't like it. So, I realized as an adult that I could still eat fruit because I am allowed to cut it up for myself. I can slice it up into chunks and put them in a bowl and eat them with a fork. And that way, I don't have to touch any juice. And I can still eat the lovely apple. And you put a little peanut butter in the bowl. You dip your apple in peanut butter. Good stuff. Yeah, I heard about the lettuce thing. That's stressful. Nobody needs another reason to not eat vegetables, but that doesn't sound like very much fun. Apple core is my best friend. Use crunchy peanut butter. Do you have one of those things that it's like you push it down and it cores and slices the whole apple, but you have to push it really hard? I had one of those as a kid, and I don't know if it wasn't sharp enough or if I wasn't strong enough, but it was like war trying to get that thing to actually like get through the apple. Like I had to really like commit. I haven't tried one these days. I just use a knife like a normal person. What am I doing? I'm going back to Vault. That's right. Because I couldn't be bothered to find my way out of that cave. Use a ceramic plate, and it's not bad. A ceramic plate. Huh. I think you must just have muscles. That's what I'm gonna believe. I think you're just big and strong. And that's how you managed to core an apple in one go. Oh man. I saw a TikTok about how to break apples apart with your hands to impress. I don't know if it was to impress gay women or if it was just a side effect that some gay women were impressed by the fact that you could just like snap an apple open in half. I watched that and I went, huh? And then I went, I've been online too long. It's really not too bad, I promise. Last Thursday, I had to drive across 3 states. Oh, God. In 56 hours, move a lot of heavy furniture, near a stairway, came home, back hurts, had to do another move to another city. Whatever's happening in your life, you're not getting paid enough for it. That sucks, dude. Came back home earlier yesterday. Have to do it again later this week. Wow, that is too much. I cannot break a cracker in half. Good morning, Ish. Good morning, Clumsy Ninja. Return to Impetus. Are you Impetus? Seems like your business. Kind of a personal problem. Travel the platform, defeat Gladiolus. Portal to the transit platform. Okay. Apples are strange. They cannot be bred true. Yeah, you have to get a graft. You're right. Graft pieces to a different tree to get 2 of the same type of apples. I remember how disappointed I was to find out that when you're growing fruit trees, generally it's a graft onto rootstock, which is a different variety of that fruit, because I just wanted to be like a mad scientist and like grow the seeds from like my lunch. And I was upset when I found out that yes, they'll sprout and yes, you can grow them, and no, it's not going to turn out very well, and also it'll take you a very long time. And that was a big disappointment in my life. There we go. Sometimes if you like meow at them, they'll come. Sometimes you can summon them. Sometimes you can summon Tuna with an apologies. I know it's awful. Oh, he's coming. Hi! You're not Tuna, you're Tiki. You came though. You want up? You want to come? Well, I guess I'm fighting like a boss or whatever. Hang on. I'm sorry. I know I called you and I'm not ready for you yet. That was terribly rude of me. What was I thinking? You want to come see everybody just for a second, buddy? What? My Tiki bear. What? My mom came and visited, and Tuna's pretty outgoing and pretty cute. Tiki was nervous about just having a new person in the house. I didn't think that would happen because he was around all kinds of people when he was a baby. He was very thoroughly socialized, but maybe he just didn't care for the experience because he was like, wait, you're new. I don't know about this. I'm gonna run away. Why? Which is fine. It was just unexpected. Pears are pretty good. Citrus too. Being online too long. Problem for everyone these days. Oh, you leaving? Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed my window. We have a house full of 13-year-old boys here. The cats are in hiding. Oh, it must be busy. Lots of life. Hi, Tuna. You gonna come by? You gonna visit? Tuna started doing the funniest thing with his cat tree. Their cat tree has a few different like perches and beds on it, and each one has like a little fluffy blanket insert that's cut for the shape of that bed. So they have something kind of like soft to lay on, and it's washable, and it's great. Tuna's decided, frick these cushions. I hate them. And he has, for a few days in a row, made a point to systemically start at the top of the tree, work his way down, wrestle these cushions, which are still bigger than him because he's still a little kitty. He's still just a kitten. He's not massive yet. Wrestle, like gather them up, carry them in his tiny little kitten mouth, somehow maneuver them down a cat tree, which looks hard, and then drag them all the way to the front door of my house and leave them by the doormat like he wants them to leave. And then, of course, poor Tiki goes over to the cat tree and is like, where are the beds? I want to lay down. Why is it hard? But I guess Tuna hates them or something. I don't know what the impulse is, but he keeps doing it, and I keep putting them back, and I think we're in a bit of a battle over it. Reconvene with Decimus on Val. You promise? Are you gonna help me get there, or like, am I in an instance? I must be. Oh, this is a functioning portal. Okay. Goofy kid. Goofy kitten. It was just so funny for me to see him like move his beds around like that. Because Moose, my dog, if he has a toy on his bed, he will lay around the toy. He will contort his body so that he can lay on his bed without disturbing Ball or whatever happens to be on his bed. He won't even move things off of his bed, let alone move the bed. And meanwhile, Tuna's over here doing interior design. What is this place? Land I can forget about. shortly. This is patch content from 12 point whatever the last one we got was. There's a little teleporter up here somewhere, but honestly I could probably run this way faster than I could find the teleporter. I want to do more rare farming. I'm gonna get this done so I can do some more Zul'Aman rares. I'm not gonna get my mount like this. Although I should probably do time walking first. Get Spawn of Iranoth wrapped around. There we go. Frosty Dominar Politics, a trip around the stars, and I can't forget, I gotta buy the darn thing. Shot mount, boo hiss. I gotta buy the darn thing. One of these people sells it. It's Kafan. Can't believe I remembered his name. I don't even remember my name. Contest that theory in San Francisco if you like. Get some of my pals to cut apples with one hand. Break them. No knives. You pop them open. and then find out who's impressed. I would be kind of impressed if it was really casual. Alright. Voidmancer Star Carver. This was the mount I really wanted. We got this one last week. It's fine. We got this one the week before. It's fine. This was the one that I really wanted. This one's cool. It's a bit different. Do I have all of these? I do. Good enough. Getting out of here. Finally getting the Decor Duel stuff, since that's going away soon. Is it going away? I missed that news. If that's true. I didn't hear that. It's a good idea to do it anyways, because people might stop queuing for it eventually, but... Oh, it is going away of 12.1? Oh, interesting. Wow, they announced that kind of late. Interesting, okay. I don't think I have an opinion. I've finished Decor Duel, so it doesn't affect me. The Decor will stay. Mogs are bye-bye. Mount maybe as well. Double the drops of the currency. Oh, good. That's probably fun. I bet people are playing that for the first time. Nice reason to get in and do it. Alright, so there's my mount. Let's see it. One Voidmancer's Star Carver for our troubles in that content. Kind of like the chessboard mount, but with less chess. Disappointed with the classic time walking vendor. Thought I'd find some updated classic items. Speaking of time walking, let's get started on that. What are you most excited for in 12.1? Housing stuff right now. That's kind of top of my list. The, do we have a 12.1 date? I've been playing Pal World. I haven't looked. Do we have a 12.1 date? Catmint. Let's do a classic time walking. Yeah, I want to be able to place pets in my house and blueprints. Kind of normal since the achievements are in the World Events tab. Same as Brawlers Guild, Dastardly Duos. Gotcha. You've achieved your evil void emo skaterboard. That was my nickname in high school. Starter build? Yeah, sure. Give me something. I did not get the last Zul'Aman mount yet. I am going to do more work on that today. Give me a classic time walking dungeon. This is exciting. This will be for my Spawn of Iranoth. Does it just turn it in Stormwind? It must. Stormwind or Orgrimmar. Yuck, Orbos. All guesses mid-August. Think it'd be the 18th, which would be a week after Timeways ends. Okay. I could work with that. The only things I really need to do are make raid guides and learn warrior. If I'm gonna play a warrior. Decide if I'm gonna play a warrior, and if I'm gonna play a warrior, learn warrior. Stick it on my to-do list. Don't forget today's auction house dance party. Do you get anything for that, or you just get memories and joy? Auction house dance party. Oh, there's the time walking vendor. Oh, they stick it on your map. Or maybe one of my add-ons did that. That's nice. Wouldn't mind that. Dog Knight, thank you very much for the 23-month resub. Nearly 2 years. Holy smokes. Appreciate it very much. Trying to decide between Warlock, Priest, and Mage. Yeah. I'm having a hard time thinking about WoW and, like, combat and class and, like, raiding and dungeon terms right now, because I'm just kind of... I'm having a Pal World moment. I think a lot of people are. my friends finally got me. We started another server so I can jump in on the ground floor. And this time we're doing hardcore Pal World. So we're all doing guildless, we're all doing solo, we're all doing our own bases. It's hardcore for the players and it's hardcore for the pals. So players are permadeath, pals are permadeath. So don't die. It makes it highly exciting. I'm taking it pretty easy because it's hardcore. I'm pretty behind my friends, but because we're all like doing separate bases, I don't feel like I log in and I'm like, what happened? It's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I had a tragic incident yesterday where my ground mount that I had been upgrading and like sinking a lot of resources into, I had been fishing and I had that mount out with me as a summoned pal, and I didn't realize that it was drowning in the water in front of me while I was fishing, and I was catching such a difficult fish that I thought this must be a really good pal, and then my precious dire howl drowned. I had named her Maple and she died, and I had to go get another one because I had already put all of my other dire howls into that one. I had to go tame a brand new one, and then I named her Syrup in honor of Maple. It was quite tragic. Let's take a look here. Also, am I? Yeah, I'm in queue. I'm in a healer queue that's taking longer than 2 minutes. It's crazy. Gloomy Bell, thank you very much for the 9-month resub. Appreciate it. I don't think we have drops up right now, but please correct me if I'm wrong. That's a default command. I would expect them to do more drops around 12-1. John Warcraft is so dead. John Palworld is in. I didn't get the last rare spawn mount yet. I'm going to work on that more today. Never give up. Never surrender. Rip Maple. Really want to finish the rares too. Yeah. I feel like I'm cheating whenever I do content that's not that, but I'm just doing a couple of weekly things like the time walking one. I literally just need this one dungeon. What shoulder armor do you have on? This is from, it's called Shadowflame Wings. It's from a set that was on the Dragonflight time walking vendor for Time Warp badges. Shadowflame Druid or something is the set. Also, no need to apologize. That's a very reasonable question. You're fine. Hazel, here's my epiphany. The Very Hungry Caterpillar and 50 Shades of Grey, a literary connection. I think you've moved too many couches, dude. I think the heavy stuff's getting to you. Collected 500 sky shards, tossed them into the lake, and then joined a BG Blitz, losing the buff. Oh no. Blizzard told me to farm the shards over again. Oh, that's brutal. What are your thoughts about Wowhead news regarding a GM helping a Mythic plus 23 friend group? I haven't seen it. Is someone being accused of cheating, or? I didn't feel like GMs had any power anymore. That would be incredible if there was modern GM cheating drama. That would be very vintage of them. That hasn't happened in like a bajillion years. That would almost be retro. That's funny. That is the news. They think a GM helped someone time a 23. I'm pretty skeptical unless there's proof, but if it was true, that would be so funny. Haven't played WoW in about 2 years. What race are you playing? I am a Heroneer. This is a new race that they brought in just this past most recent expansion. They're kind of a midpoint evolution-wise between elves and trolls. So you've got a little elf energy and you've got a little troll energy, and a lot of abs. One of the members had a GM specific buff that auto killed mobs. Oh, Blizzard posted they'll investigate. Funny. I didn't even think that was a thing that they could do anymore. Popcorn. Goblin popcorn. A Druid set is from the Dragonflight time walking vendor. I had to spend like 4k time warp badges for it. It was almost as much as a mount. But look at me, I'm fabulous. Camera got catted. Oh, it did. How? Guys, hang on. Off back on again. There we go. They must have just bumped it. I finally protected my power strips, so they shouldn't be able to take us completely offline. GM assist fix coming in season 2. Well, they'll add it to the shop. You give them $1,000 and they'll send someone in to rig it for you. I haven't seen a real GM in years. People going crazy over it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, like, it's definitely not a thing they should, like, let people keep doing. Obviously, they should, like, deal with it if it did happen and, like, you know, hand out a few bans. But, like, I just think that's funny. I just think that's really funny. Did see a post of a past employee saying the same GM was selling keys. Yeah. I mean, is that a sign that they're just not paying them enough? If you have to risk your whole job to sell carries or keys or whatever in the game that you are working on, maybe you're being undercompensated. If that's worth it, then perhaps there's something else that needs to be looked into. Do you have a favorite GM story? Not really. I don't really take it much at all, and I haven't, even back when they used to be more like engaged, like when the GMs would like introduce themselves with a name and stuff. I was always kind of team fix your own problem, unless you absolutely couldn't. Kind of shocked they still have tools that can do such things. I also felt that way. Like, being able to affect live servers in that way and not just test environments sounds very funny to me. I figured that would have been like a relic of the ancient past. Yeah. People that work on games are just people. Some of them are gonna be a little wacky and do some kind of dumb things. Maybe they're skirting right and wrong. I don't... this might be a hot take. I don't think this is a morality issue. I don't think they're going to hell for that. They should get banned. They should maybe have their job looked into if they're abusing it for this. But, like... right and wrong? I don't know, man. It's World of Warcraft. What add-ons do you use for healer? Nothing. In-game default mouse over. Trying to learn seems like a big task. I've never really been a healing add-on person, and I've healed a lot of content. I've healed 3400. I've healed heroic AOTC like a billion seasons. I'm not a mythic healer, but like I'm pretty good. And don't mind me getting kicked. I use the in-game, so if you go and you search for mouse over, you can turn on mouse over cast and then set up your frames so they're nice and comfy. You can see what's going on, and then you can just hover your mouse over frames and press your regular keybinds to heal people. That's how I like to do it. There's other ways to, you know, cook a chicken. People do lots of different things. You can find other healing streamers and ask them, and they might have other setups, but I like mine because it's easy, it's straightforward, it doesn't need any add-ons, and it's never been a problem for me. And you can use the same keybinds you already have. Hi, Moose. How are ya? Also, I just got a mount. God meets you at the gates. Can't get in. St. Peter's on to you. You cheated in Mythic 20. Damnation. Hi, buddy. How are you? Let's see. You can see a sixth of my dog. You can see Tuna's favorite part. How do you change the player frames? I will show you. Edit mode. And then you can click on party frames. And then you've got a bunch of options you can play around with. This is what mine looks like. You can screenshot them if you want a starting place to work from. Raid style party frames is the big thing. And then the other thing that I like to do is I search class colors and I just make sure I have that turned on because I like having the different colors on the frames so I can see who's who. Kids, play nice. Okay. Spawn of Virnoth. I got my new mount. Also, I can turn this in for some badges. Let's check out the mount and then I'll check out the vendor and then I'll get to rare farming. Also, I'm level 51 just from doing my regular Turbulent Time Ways, getting my buff up and getting 1 key per week or dungeon per week. Happy with that. Spawn of Virnoth. If everyone's getting this one this week, Viranoth must have been very virile. Woo! I know people really like this one. It's kind of not doing it for me. Must be just like a personal taste. I do love the tiny T-Rex arms looking like Frozen. Miss WoW a little, but it's too expensive in Australia now. They introduced edit mode, other modern UI elements to Classic yesterday, and it is broke. Uh-oh. Most annoying bug is that I can see enemy health bar numbers, and I don't want that info in Classic. I think it looked cooler in the image. It's looking a little Happy Meals to me. The face of it is looking a little Toys R Us, but it's fine. I probably wasn't going to use it anyway because it's a big old dragon, and I like more compact mounts. Okay, I have Kraggles and Misty. Apparently, I didn't remember getting those. I have the Hippogriff. Meow. I have the Buzz Bee and the Chrono Corsair and the Shale Wing. I don't have the Bronze, Wilderling, Corpsefly, and Gravewing. I did get the Aquilana. I didn't get these three. I don't think I really care to save up for them. They're kind of expensive. What else do we have here? Long Sword of Knight's Pledge. 1,500. Spendy. There's a polearm. Okay, the staff's cool. I know it already. I must have bought that, or maybe I got a recolor of it somewhere. The Kirin Tor staff. I must have already had the thought that one's kind of cool. Yeah, some like really classic sort of class-looking staves. Kind of sick shield, already known. Yep. Man, maybe I did some shopping at one point in my life when they brought this out last time. All right, well, good. I don't have to farm any badges. Later me problem. Nice. New item prices are totally out of order. I didn't mind it for the Dragonflight items because they were so cool. It's harder when it's just like a traditional sword. Not doing very much. And we have Viranoth at home. Alright, we're going to Zul'Aman. Let's grind rares. 50-50, lots of details, polygons in the front, so unfinished in the back of the wings. I'll get any mount I can reasonably get since those are my favorite cosmetic. Bought this entire vendor during the anniversary event. It was at Tanaris. Was it for badge? It was at Tanaris because I remember his name being Boba Dormu, and I thought that was just really funny. Was it? It was for badges, right? Wasn't able to get enough badges for the Shadowlands mounts. They want so many, and they're so boring. All right, I'm on Shadow Spec. I'm heading out. We're going to war. I should stop by Dame Bloodshed and see if she's up. I don't know how many rare kills I have done for mounts. I have just one more out of the 8 midnight rare mounts. I have 7. I need number 8, which is the Witherbark Pango that I'm still missing. I don't know how many kills I've done. I'm not using rarity, but I need at least one more because I need this last mount. Alright, if it's not up, then it's not up. I can ride this new mount around for a while, though. It's on my bar. Star Carver. I could have stood for this to have a few more polygons on it. A little bit more detail might have been cool. Like the vibe of it's neat. I wish that the board was a little bit fancier. The mount that I'm on right now is the Void Mancer's Star Carver. It's for the Trip Around the Stars? Trip Around the Stars achievement. For stuff, doing stuff in Val. Not necessarily heroic, which is nice. If it was still 500 per alt, I'd consider farming badges. 200? No chance. I found out that I'll do it for 200 if I really want the stuff off the vendor. We did so much Dragonflight time walking for badges on all my alts. Yeah, the Dragon Shield's pretty sick. 1 of 8 must have run out of luck. I should farm up some more luck. Oh, hi, Tuna. Moose, are you guarding the door to my office? He's kind of laying down in the doorway, and the cats are just like skirting around him. Hi, Toonie. Do you want to come up? And we got Lightwood Borer up. Oh, it's engaged. It's in combat. Reminds me of the meme when they announced the new shot mount and they showed the Velocidrake one. I did refresh my hair dye. It is darker. Well spotted. Toonie? Toonie, do you want up? Tuna wants to play with Moose's tail. Tuna, you have to visit. You have to do your mandated hours. You have to come say hi. This is how we pay for your your food. You gotta look cute on camera for like 30 seconds before you can. All right. Yeah, it's good enough. Uh-oh. What are you guys, what are you guys doing? Tuna at one point threatened to step onto Moose's back and ride him around like a horse. I thought for sure he was gonna do it. He put 2 paws and moved his weight onto Moose's back, and then Moose freaked out and left. I'm surprised you can balance up there. There is not a lot of top to that chair. Do you want help? Can I assist you? Let me help you. Let me help you. Alright. Confession. I don't like tuna. Sandwiches. He's so big. He's turning into a whole kitty cat. Alright. Did I miss this one? I probably missed it. I was probably too busy. Whoa! I caught it! I did. Trying to keep my chair wheels from getting tangled up here. Any luck? What sort of dog is that? Moose is a local shelter mix. He's got German Shepherd, he's got Malamute, he's got Husky, he's got a variety of bully breeds, he's got a little Labrador, he's got a little bit of everything. He's a one of a kind. Can you pet the dog? He's a good boy. He's really fluffy. Forgot about that. New here, want to say your Mana Forge Heroic Guide helps me a lot as a returning player. Thank you very much. I'm glad it's working for you. He's potpourri. Whoa. Wow, I'm getting so lucky. Yeah, he's beautiful. He's a good boy. He's my son. I'm the weird pet lady that's like made it her whole personality. That's me. I am that annoying person. Alright, this one not up. Confession. I don't like tuna. Sandwiches. I don't like tiki torches. You don't like tiki torches? In a little backyard, a little fireplace? Little hangout? How could you? We did do the Docky DNA test, yeah, just for fun. We did the wisdom panel one. It may not be 100% accurate, but also it's not like we're basing decisions off this information. It was just kind of for fun. I do, they're really fun. Yeah, I don't have them or anything, but I feel like I like the vibe. Congrats the mount drop. Are you trying to manifest it? I do have 2 new mounts today, but I've earned these ones in advance. Starcarver and Spawn of Aeronoth were kind of gimmies. Does this TNA things work for cats? They do have them for cats. I would consider one day when I have money I feel like burning, which is not today, to do them on Tuna and Tiki, just to see like if there's anything interesting or fun. I am completely 1000% okay with them being standard issue domestic short hair cats. They don't need to be any kind of fancy. They're my babies, but it would be fun just to know. People sometimes ask if Tiki has any Bombay in him just because he's like all everything's black. His paw pads, his nails, everything. New sponsor time then. They sponsor streamers. They could sponsor the reveal video. I'm sure someone would watch it. I'm working on a YouTube video that I've been working on for a little while, and I think it's going to be done soon, and it's funny because I've been working on it for so long, and it's very dumb. I'm in my new era of making things that are very dumb, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm hoping I can spit it out soon. I think it'll reach a point where it's only going to get worse. Maybe if you kill Stumpy, he'll drop the Pango. Maybe. I think I need to try War Mode on this character. Because there's a bunch of people out here in normal right now. So I'm going to pop on War Mode and give it a try. Happy. Alright, let's go to war. This'll go well. Have a look and see what we can find. If I really can't find stuff on Lightbringer, I've got characters in other servers I can do this farming on. What if the new patch comes out and instead of streaming the new patch, I'm just still out in Zul'Aman every day? Rares die. They spawn. They come, they spawn, they die. They come, they eat, they leave. I want to check for this one. I'm kind of pleased that the cats managed to tornado themselves completely under my desk, and at no point, I mean, they did manage to freeze my camera. I don't really know how. They must have bumped a cable, but they didn't. They can't hit the power button anymore. Short of pulling cables from the wall, they can't completely take us offline, which is good. Pleased with that. I was gonna do like a whole big thing of like routing all of my cables and labeling them all and like cable management, and then I like put it off for a few days, and then I just kind of took the power strip boxes and shoved the power strips in them and called it a day. Maybe one day I will do the cable management thing, but it was not gonna happen. I was so tired. I did some yard work that really wiped me out, and I did a yoga thing that really wiped me out. And then I spent the rest of the weekend just like laying around playing Palworld trying to recover from exerting myself in the heat. I don't know if I'm delicate these days or what, but things hit me harder than they used to. Oh, there's cats under there. Fishy, hello? No, fishy. We managed to get our achievement done and our time walking turbulent timeways finished. Now that I have my turbulent timeways mount, I feel like I could, if I wanted to do more time walking and finish leveling Catmint, I could kind of do that whenever. I don't have to like wait for any particular thing or worry that I'm going to need to stay off of him so I don't run out his buff. Yeah, heat really drains you. It really does. It really does. And it's summertime, it'll happen, but it's been cooking. I want to get out and go swim in a river. I want to go do some outdoor swimming. I just need to find some time. Maybe one day I'll do it at like, I don't know, dinner time. See if that's when the good time to do it. Oh, that's fine. Anybody? Are we feeling lucky today? Maybe. Go check on these two. Might get him out, might not get him out. You never know. Going out swimming today. Regular exercise swim, but I'm excited because it's hot. Yeah. It's the only exercise where your sweat doesn't have to stick with you. I remember it was this time of year 2 years ago that I took my first yoga class, like my first beginner intro to yoga classes. And it was at a studio in the city that didn't have any air conditioning, and it was kind of on the upper floor of a building. And it meant that it wasn't a hot yoga studio, but just by virtue of it being summer and like really warm, it effectively was hot yoga. I think it was basically the same conditions. And I'm trying to learn this, and I'm like, is this normal? Are you guys okay? I'm not okay. Everyone else is being very calm about this. Let's see if Elder Oak Talon's up. Be careful in rivers, you can get Giardia doing that. Maybe I'm just paranoid. It's best not to drink the water. It's best not to drink the water. But I grew up swimming outdoors. That's the only place you'd really go swim. Can walk 20 to 30 minutes to a beach, but need a new swimsuit. That is the whole reason I haven't been swimming. Yeah. They're expensive now. I was shopping for one recently, and I was so offended. Because how dare you want to charge me that much money for that little fabric? And I know it's... I don't know. Angry at it. I ended up getting... Honestly, I ended up getting a swimsuit at Walmart. Because I was thinking, your job is not hard. I literally just wanted a top because I had swim shorts that I wanted to wear. And I refused to spend like $100+ before shipping for a swim top. It doesn't have to do much. And honestly, I kind of like the one that I got, so it worked out. There's a lake nearby that I used to love as a kid. Nowadays, overcrowded every summer. Yeah, it's tough. You gotta find like the sneaky spots. But yeah, sometimes stuff gets really busy. Skinny dipping is the way. That I've never done. Especially when the beach is overcrowded with people. Just want a plain black one piece and they're pricey. Topless legal many places. Yeah. You would catch some flack for that where I live. There used to, I went to some nude beaches in Portland. Not on purpose. Once I realized I had wandered onto a nude beach, I very politely left because I was not nude and I didn't want to harsh their vibe. But, definitely a thing in some places. Pro tip, wear a regular t-shirt and suffer. If you feel like it's dragging you down, it's part of the exercise. There you go. Here's the secret. Heck, just a sports bra. Mm-hmm. Live in Miami. Never go to the beach. Oops. What's your favorite thing about living in Miami? I've never been. I've only heard about it from TV, basically. Like, people from TV that are from Miami talking about Miami. Like, Marcelo Hernandez from Miami. What's it actually like? Once heard someone say pools are just Olympic-sized toilets and it never left me. Yeah. Swimming's such great exercise, though. And it's low impact, and it's fun. As a nurse, you can chart someone's skin as pale, but I feel like it's just shade to the patient. Oh. Ma'am, you are medically pale. You are pasty to a level that the doctor needs to know. I like Marcelo. He's showing up everywhere now. Yeah. I love him. I think he's really funny. I enjoyed his stand-up special a lot. And I would catch every one of his bits in SNL. I get a kick out of him. I think he's a hoot. I'm going to South. Check on the South ones. Ma'am, you are terminally pale. I've been to Miami one time. It was so hot, and everyone's face and butts were plump. Plump. Look at all these plump faces. We would like to officially acknowledge that you don't go outside. At least without copious amounts of sunscreen. Massive hats. Nothing. Dislike the actual Miami scene, but the food's great. Watched them on Hot Ones on YouTube. Yeah, that was pretty good. He showed up. I was watching like a comedy short from Mateo Lane, and he showed up there, and I'm like, what are you doing here? How did this happen? Where are my rares? One rare, please. Once went to Vancouver in the summer. It was hot. Everyone was also hot. How dare everyone be fit? I feel a lot of place in Vancouver whenever I go, which is not often, because everyone's very chic there. Everyone's very, like, I don't know. They're living their big city stylish life. And, I'm not that chic. I liked Victoria where I could wear my vintage clothes and ratty sweats and look completely at home. I want to look like I got off a boat and I haven't been home since. And not feel out of place for it. Alright, Murloc, hello? You up? The ZA rare mount, the Witherbark Pango, is the last one I need of the rare mob mounts. There's 8 of them total, and I have 7. This is the last final one that I need that I'm farming. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, no, I shouldn't wait this out. I shouldn't, because honestly, I have more characters that can do this. And beyond that, I have characters in other servers that can do this, so we don't need to be sitting around waiting for spawns. Living their best summer linen life. I do love my linen pants. I have a pair of linen pants that they're always wrinkly, but I don't care because they're cool. If I want to not die in the heat, and I also don't really want to wear shorts. Bing bang boom. New bug mount at the time walking vendor. I like it. I think it's new. Hi, Hazel. Hello. How do I say that? The Chimus? The Chi-Mouse? Something. Fancy pants. I got them off of Etsy, of all places. Got thundering cats chasing each other through here. I am going to Zul'Aman. Let's do it non-war mode and have a look. I found the joy of PB&J sandwiches again. They are great. I appreciate that I almost... Do you mind? Also, where did you go? I appreciate that I almost always have the ingredients for PB&J and that it will make me not hungry anymore. Cat text. Cat text from my enormous child. Look at how big he's getting. Look at how big this one is. He's getting kind of chunky. You're turning into a chunky monkey. We got them kibble, and he's like really into it. Hi. I know. You're crazy right now. I really shouldn't be holding you. This is danger. This is a bad idea. Hi. You're so easy. You're so easily convinced. Alright, you wanna go freak out? Alright. Have fun. Beautiful boy. Isn't he though? I need to get better at photography because I have so many good pictures of tuna and it's hard to take good pictures of Tiki because it's just tough to get like good exposure on black cats. But I want to learn because he's beautiful and the world needs to know. Zul'Aman, that's right. I don't understand peanut butter and jam. Want to try what flavor jam should I use? It's personal preference. I feel like there's no wrong answer. Traditional choices include grape. Raspberry is another one that we do a lot. Whatever we have. Your kittens are so adorable and I'm very jealous. It's so fun living with them. They're so fun. They just everything they do is just kind of charming because they're just so silly and weird and very much themselves. Hi. You looking at me. Hey. They're so individual and different. Cats love their dry food way more than wet food. Yeah, I didn't think these two were going to be like that, but evidently they are. And I haven't started portion controlling yet, so the day that we do that, it's going to be a hard day for everybody. I don't really know what you do if one of the cats wants to eat all the food and manages to do so, but you're trying to... I know there's microchip feeders, but that sounds aggressive and expensive. Yeah, the black one is Tiki and the white one is Tuna. Black cats take good pictures in the sun. Mine gets an interesting orange color in the sunshine. Natural bright light works well. Yeah, he's not an outside cat, but there's light from like the windows and stuff. My first time owning a black cat. Yeah, me too. Strawberry or blackcurrant? I haven't had blackcurrant jam in a long time. It's not super common over here in North America. Okay, I need to heal myself before I try and fight this. This is tough. Usually between strawberry or grape, depends on the day. Peanut butter and honey. I've never tried peanut butter and honey. Okay. Cowabunga. Would you ever consider a catio? Too scary? I would totally consider a catio. I'm just not very handy. I'm not very wealthy, and I'm kind of like tired all the time. So it seems like a project that is well beyond my capacity on 3 different levels. I don't have the skills or the resources or the energy. You gotta have at least one of those 3 things. I would like to one day. I do have the will. Really like honey in a lot of things. Poo is my spirit animal. Honey in lemon ginseng tea is my go-to, or it used to be anyway, if I have like a cold that I'm fighting off. I hate those videos that show them doing it in like a weekend. Don't lie to me. Trying to get a good picture of Snape for his Chewy profile. Glitched over to your last video. And it was near the end and I couldn't get chat to work and I didn't know why. And then you said, it's time for me to go, and then chat was ending. So sad that I realized it wasn't in the live. Weird. It's been really nice having YouTube have the VODs already when I end the stream and not having to like port them over and then go back and add them to the channel and stuff. It's been nice having them already there. Where is my mount? Honey reminds me that I made Rice Krispie treats this weekend with Honey Nut Cheerios instead of Rice Krispies. Definitely one of the desserts of all time. Of all the desserts, this is one of them. I've never thought of doing that before. Fury Warrior, the last class I'd expect you to play. I've been rolling around the idea of maining it for 1 season next season. Just taking 1 season to really give Warrior a solid try. And see if I like it. Because I like playing Fury a lot in dungeons and just the world. I've been healing. It seems like there will be room for me to heal if I want to heal. And that's certainly the easier thing to do, because I don't have to learn that. I already know how to do that. This would be fun, though. You still being into teas, fish, plants? Drinking my coffee out of your lemon tree mug at the moment. Oh, I remember that one. I don't have mine anymore. I used to have one. I lost it like a couple moves ago. But I am still... I do like tea. I don't drink as much of it now, because I started drinking coffee in the morning. So I drink more herbal tea now. I'll drink like peppermint tea or chamomile tea. I am still into fish. I've got a tank behind me with a bed of fish in it, and I've got a 20-gallon long in my living room with some rasbora and an epistogramma. And I'm into plants too, but I had to kind of downsize the plants because the kittens were getting into them, and that's dangerous. So I have barely any house plants anymore, but I have outside plants now because I bought a house. I finally saved up years and years worth of pennies for a couple of setbacks and saved up my big down payment, and I hunted for a house and I found one and I bought it and they let me have it and they gave me the keys and they gave me a mortgage, which was crazy. Appreciate that. Shout out bank for believing in me and letting me live here. And I have a garden now, so I can do plants outside. I've got flowers and I got tomatoes and I got peppers and I got basil and all the stuff that was here before me that I'm sort of vaguely trying to not kill. Yeah, rare bank W. Do you raid pretty hardcore? No. We do 2 nights a week, 3 hours a night, only during the first like 4 to 5 weeks of the season, basically, like until we get AOTC. We clear heroic, and then that's pretty much it. There was some talk about mythic, but we didn't get enough people together for it. I'm happy to just be a heroic raider. I don't feel a need to stretch myself. Nothing funnier than a gnome full of fury wielding 2 hammers bigger than her entire body. Yeah, with pink rockets on them. Still fighting for my flowers? The answer is still no, but someday I'll get yes and have a flower bed of violets. I have a guy at the bank that was helping me like use different programs to save for and apply for my mortgage and help me like negotiate all of that. And after I bought the house, I kind of thought that was going to be the end of it. Because I was like, I've saved up a down payment. That was kind of a big deal. And now I'm in a house and I've got a mortgage and I'm just trying to like pay for things and save up for like when the roof eventually dies. And now it's like, all right, now you've got your house. It's time to have you saving for retirement. And I'm like, retirement? Get out of here with your good ideas. I'm just gonna, what do you mean retirement? I am saving for retirement. There's all kinds of programs you can use for that too. Maximizing your RRSP and whatever we have here in Canada. But I thought it was really funny. I was like, in my brain, saving for the house was the last thing I was going to save for. And I just kind of hadn't thought beyond that because I just hadn't really thought beyond that. I don't have a lot of like normal job things in this job. I have a lot of cool stuff going on, but I don't have a lot of, it's not like I have like a pension or benefits or anything like that. So the thought of having retirement savings was very foreign to me. Love gardening so much. It's so good for your mental health. Yeah, I like it. Oh, it's dead. It's died. What a weird thing to hear. Flower bed of violets. I love a garden because it's always changing a little bit. There's always, every time you go out and walk around, there's always something a little new going on. Like a different animal that you can see, or something's budding, or something's dying back. There's always like a storyline with a garden. There's always something you're keeping an eye on to see what happens next. And that's very fun. Oh, what's my favorite mount? I don't know. I gotta pick one. People have asked me this every day for the last week that I've been streaming. And I keep saying I don't know, and that's highly unsatisfying. I just gotta pick one. How do you know what your mount is your favorite? You have 1,189 mounts. Which one do we like? I don't know. This is a good one. Where's a good one? Wow, I forgot about that. So many people farming rares here. Everyone must have taken the day off. I have a grow room so I can continue to garden during the winter months. Right now mine is the Blossom Branch Grove Glider. Oh, yeah, I like lots of them. I like the Vibrant Petal Wing. That's the Herondar Rare Petal Wing. What's your least favorite mount? Is that easier? I don't know why I'm smacking my lips. Least favorite mount? I probably have some regrettable shot mounts that I could stand and not have. Go back and return them. Like the Spectral Horse we got from Tolbarad. Doesn't fly though. My rarest mount. That's a question we can answer with data. It is the Speculative Shredder Tank, according to Rarity, I guess. I don't know where they get this data from, but according to, I guess, API, 0.29% of players have this particular one. It's because it's a 3400 mount, and when you got 3400, you could pick one mount off of a vendor that had a bunch of options. So not that many people have done 3.4. Some people have, but of those people, they then would have had to have picked this one specifically to also have it. So that's my rarest mount. Whoa. Kind of goes with its character, actually. Favorite mount fills you with joy. Least favorite mount fills you with rage. I'm not gonna lie. I have so many mounts, and I've been playing for so long. Mounts don't fill me with anything anymore. I like farming them because it's something nice to do. But, like, I don't know. They're all fine. I'm very neutral. I'm very ambivalent. I have a level of pleasant detachedness from all of them, really. They don't have the same effect on me that they once did in my youth. There's no way to pick just one favorite mount. Cool hair. Thank you, Cake Sniffer. Rarest is the blue TCG Rocket. You did pick a mount that isn't conventionally attractive. Excuse me? What are you trying to say about my pretty purple robot? Not conventionally attractive? Offended. It's purple. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's a handsome robot. Ugh. Love Ashes because of the colors. Took ages to get. Great news, everyone. Great news, anyone. Got the spawn of Earknob. Where'd you get it? It's for 3,400. It's off the 3,400 mount vendor. You get 3.4k Mythic Plus rating, and you get to pick one mount off the vendor. This is the one I picked. Yeah, it does go with the Mog. I'm gonna grab another character. I'm not finding anything up today. It's okay, robot. I'm also not conventionally attractive. I thought it was the best one. The amethyst, like, big mech suit thing was also kind of up there for me, but I liked this one a little bit better. Let's grab an alt that's on a different realm to see if we can get more rare kills. The Cerulean Shadowlands mount has been most popular so far. I don't like those. I guess mounts are subjective. There's like the big, like, tornado thing, right? I didn't really like the ones we got in Shadowlands. They just released the goodies for BlizzCon. More shocked at how close it is. Will you have kids? Oh, man. What's your favorite mount? What's your least favorite mount? Will you reproduce? All questions of the same tone and caliber. All part of the same conversation. Straight into it. Straight into it. That's bold. I'm not planning to. I don't have any particular internal drive to become a parent of human children. I do have fur babies. I'd say never say like never, but I am 33. I am almost 34, and I have yet to be struck by the thing that people have told me happens where one day you wake up and you simply must have babies. Hasn't happened to me yet. What are you doing? I have cats. They take these and they specifically bring them behind my computer to like shove them under cables because that's like the funnest place to start this game from. There you go. Yeah, I think that if I had wanted to become a parent, it would have been maybe nice for me to have done it in my mid to late 20s, just so that I was a bit of a younger parent. Nothing wrong with becoming an older parent, but I'm not really a font of energy. And I've never had the desire. I wasn't one of those kids that wanted to be a mom. I was one of those kids that weaseled their way out of babysitting because I don't know what to say to children. Had child at 35, exhausted. Have human child, she's amazing, but oh my god, don't have one unless you're ready for your entire life to change. Yeah. Unfortunately, I need the BlizzCon goodies. Knew since high school, never wanted kids. Yeah. It's not something that's ever really called out to me. 2 kids, and I also don't know what to say to children. I'm just happy that other people are having children. Takes a load off me in terms of the human race. I know lots of great parents. They're really doing one for society. I am not. That's alright. Not all of us need to. Tiny vermin. Having 5 younger sisters, 1 brother deterred me from wanting to be around children. Oh, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. I want kids to think I'm cool. I'm not parent material. Currently your favorite mount at the moment. Oh, my pet died. Let's say this one. Let's say Vibrant Pedaling. That's the favorite. I don't really do favorites though. I should just lie. It would be so much nicer and easier. I feel like people just want an answer. That's a great one. I should just lie. That's the flavor of the day. It's a Bunny Xalatath mount. I didn't want kids either, and I feel like the gay thing. Bonus blessing. Resisted giving Blizzard money for a while, but Rabbitath is so tempting. Should I look? I mean, it's technically shop stuff. I said I wouldn't look at shop stuff. BlizzCon goodies. I don't know if I'm getting a virtual ticket this year. I usually do. But I kind of... Oh my god! Guys! Hang on. We gotta do this. We gotta kill this, because I'm not on a level that can handle this without doing that. I do normally get them. I think I might skip it this year. I'm pretty over the shop stuff, and if, as far as I'm concerned, virtual ticket is extension of shop now. Especially because, like, honestly, I never really watched, like, the extra panels. And all the main ones that have the info that I actually want to watch and see are the keynotes, and they stream those for free. I don't think I need the ticket. It's been a while. What? You guys cannot do that. You cannot. You're getting evicted. Cat eviction. I'm just afraid they're gonna like unplug something or mess with the audio cables again and make all the static happen. Watched almost all of them in 2018, especially the WoW ones. Alright. Yeah, I can't think of anything that is from the actual virtual ticket that I would feel like I would really get value out of this year. I wanted 6, but didn't have any. Poured my love into my nephew. Honestly glad didn't have my own. 6. Something that I see sometimes, I watch really garbage TV. I watch just horrific garbage television. And I watch a lot of, like, trashy Netflix dating shows and stuff. And you'll see, you know, couples of people on, you know, like Love Island or The Ultimatum or whatever. And they'll be chatting about whether or not they want kids. And people, sometimes women, mostly men, will be like, oh yeah, I want 3 kids. I want 2 boys and then a girl. Or I want 3 girls and 2 boys and I want them to alternate. And they like a lot of different people seem to think that you can order them off a menu and be like, yep, one of these, then 2 years later, one of these, then one of these. And I'm like, where are you selecting the menu options for your children? Why are people so invested in the gender of their children? Like they're like I don't like it. And it was just a thing that kept surprising me because I'm like, what do you mean you want twin girls? Like maybe it's just kind of like a fantasy and that's a fine thing to talk about. But like some people seem to think they can really just do that. I don't know. Even if you had like a girl or a boy, there's nothing that says that they're going to remain as such. If that's not what they feel later on. I feel like you're just putting a lot of baggage on your kids to be the thing that you had in mind. And people will be like, oh yeah, I want to have a boy so we can do this thing like I did with my dad. And it's like, well, what if you have your boy and then he doesn't like that thing? It's just strange to me. Hate gender reveals. You can do it now. Is it not super illegal to select for gender for pregnancy? I feel like that's the thing that's like crime. I don't think that's just like a casual thing people do. Yeah. You'd have to, it would be rough. Anyway, we're gonna do Necrohex or Ruska. Spanish streamer got asked if he wanted a girl or a boy. He said it didn't matter because the boy would end up being like, yeah. You never know. I feel like it, and I have no place to judge because I'm not a parent and ostensibly never will be, but like I feel like you gotta give them space to be whoever they're gonna be. You know, you do your best by them and you find out what happens. If you're doing infertility treatments, you can choose based on the embryos. Oh, I guess that's true. That's a good point. Sometimes I ask my oldest son if he wants to watch me play WoW before bed. And most of the time he says no. I think I have to return him to Amazon. I don't know. Did you get the extended warranty? Parents actually managed to have 2 kids of each gender. When my youngest brother was born, my mom said she wanted a second daughter, and that's what she got. Have they announced all the panels and such? I don't know. Oh yeah, they announced the goodies. I was gonna look. BlizzCon 2026. Let's just say goodies. FAQ. What are the in-game goodies? Details will be announced at a later date. No, they were definitely announced. I guess I should just wowhead this. Do 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 do. Where are you guys seeing this? Let me check worldofwarcraft.com. I don't see it on Wowhead. Maybe I'm getting worse at navigating the internet. News. No, I got nothing. It is on Wowhead? Wow, I just can't see then. Hang on. Every now and then a cat just slams into my office door. It's in the launcher. Maybe I need to restart my launcher. I don't have it in mind. Is it? Again, maybe it's in the shop tab. This cursed thing we do not open. Celebrate with the Ultimate Collection. Oh, there we go. BlizzCon bundle. I'm not going to show it on screen. You can look it up yourself if you want to see it. I'm not advertising their garbage for them. That mount's kind of spooky. I don't think I like it. It's looking at me. There's a BlizzCon tab now, too. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit that out. I'll be excited for the convention. I will watch the keynote panels. We can talk about them. We can stream. I think I can keep a couple pennies, though. I think you would think the mount's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't like the way it was looking at me. It's a void bunny, and I don't care for that. Never been struck by the urge. We've been married for 18 years, but everyone's given up asking us now. I'm quite lucky that my family's never, no one's, the only people that ever ask me if I'm gonna have kids is Twitch chat. my mom, like my mom and I feel like my in-laws, they all kind of know where we're at and no one really minds. There are other children in the family to give them grandchildren. My sister has a son. I have a nephew that I love very dearly, and my husband has many siblings, and they are having children. So there are grandkids to spoil. I am not relied upon for this. Typical Twitch chat, YouTube chat would never. Oh man, are we gonna get rivalry? We all just want to see little hazels run around behind you. I feel like if I had kids, it would be very. I know some streamers manage to have children and keep streaming, but I don't feel like it. I feel like it would be rough. I feel like that would be really hard to have the energy to stream well while like sleep deprived and nursing and stuff. Like that would I mean, I'm sure that would be hard. It's not like YouTube gives you mat leave. I'm gonna, where are all my rares? Where are they? I'm on an RP server, man. Can't even play games anymore. For 4 years. My parents gave up asking me. I don't think my mom ever asked me. I don't think she ever would. I'm sure we've talked about it at some point. We must have. But she knows me. Yeah, dealing with postpartum depression. Also, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, no. I think I'm all set. Five brothers, all married, too many children. I have a desire. Is that a typo? Or do you have a desire to get married? I wish to be wed. Parents stopped asking me when I'll get a girlfriend decades ago. You just go, I mean, you can't. Nope, I can't follow that joke through to its conclusion. That gets weird. Can't really force those things. Yeah, I figured I figured something got typoed out of there. I am married. I love being married. I don't feel like it should be a goal unto itself, though. I feel like when you're coming at something like that from the goal of this is a thing I need to do because I am blank age or I have blank idea about how my life should work out, I feel like that leads you into decisions that maybe aren't, maybe, I don't know. People make it work, but it's tough. After that message, goodbye, off to meet partner's family for a picnic. Happy streaming, happy picnicking. May the ants leave you alone. Doo-doo. You're not really up. Rude. This one likes to prank me. Okay, let's go check on this one. I'm having a terrible time finding spawns. I'm gonna have to start streaming in the middle of the night to get to get reliable rare kills. He's there, he's just invisible. Hazel, I had to do a quick trip to the grocery store and I found a really tasty new snack. Strawberry shortcake bikes. Ooh. Bites, not bikes. Shortcake bikes would be very challenging to manufacture. Yeah, do a 9 p.m. stream. I think about it sometimes and then I think, or I could just not stream in the nighttime because I already did my stream for today and I could just gremlin in private without anyone to see me. Especially because like my makeup normally lasts exactly as long as it takes me to stream. I put it on for stream and it usually comes off the moment I'm done streaming. I don't really like wearing makeup. And I don't think that it would last a whole day if I left it on. Hazel after dark. Let's just live the dual stream life for a while. See if we can make anything fun for YouTube and see where that gets us. One new thing at a time. We got a new stream intro. You're waiting for that for like 6 months. Feels like. Need a bunch of glory mounts and the runs always seem to be in the middle of the night. Weird. I wonder if it's like a time zone thing or if there's just a nocturnal bunch of glory runners on in your server. I want my mount. I'm ready for it. 1 mount, please. Come on, Skull Crusher Harok. Cough it up. New intro, double stream, huge wins. Yeah. New era. Times changing. Change with the times. I remember when you accidentally cursed during a vault LFG and not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. Does happen. That's a good reason to watch the stream for like years and years, right? Is just to wait and see if I slip up and say a bad word. Does happen. Maybe every other year, I would say. Maybe every 24 months I mess up and I curse on stream. Did get the Undermine one and the Shadowlands Glory mounts finally the other night though after staying up way too late. Oh, nice. Hey, you only got to get them once. They're part of the collection forever now. Break the 24-month curse. Say the curse. I can't. I won't do that. I had a magic dream last night, and now I feel like I've been, like I'm a little extra blessed. I had a lot of dreams because I wasn't sleeping very well, and a lot of them were like really bad, and we're gonna not talk about that. But I had one really nice one where I was on a beach, and there was what looked like a whale, like a small whale, kind of swimming right up to the shore because it was blowing air up through the water in little spouts. And then it came up onto the shore, and it was some kind of like a seal, whale, dolphin thing, but it was like up on the shore for a little bit. And it came over and visited a couple people, but it came up to me, and it gave me a little head bump like a cat, and it very gently bit me right in my cheek right here, just like a little nibble, just like and then it kind of like went back into the sea. And I thought, I've been blessed. The marine spirits have bestowed upon me their blessing. Did the Glory Nathra Raider last week. Need to go back and do a little more. I want to pet the dream whale. It sounds adorable. It was really nice. Also in the dream, I had a friend there on the beach that was like taking a video with her phone, and I asked her if she got it on video because I wanted to relive the memory already, like in the dream. Did you get that? And then I woke up and I realized there's no video because I was asleep. Had a dream I got to live in a nice luxury apartment. It was nice. I had another one where I know I've been watching too much Love Island, where I dreamed that I went on Love Island, but it was really upsetting because I was too shy to talk to anybody, and I got socially excluded, and I got left out of the edit because nothing happened, because I didn't do anything, because I didn't talk to anybody, because I didn't know what to say to them. And in the dream, I was on the entire season, and I get to the end reunion, and all of these people are, like, talking about all the drama they've had all season, and I'm sitting there like, I don't even know what happened because I didn't talk to anybody. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? It was a strange dream to have because I wouldn't go on Love Island on account of being 33 and also happily married. I did not meet Sincere. That would have been a different kind of dream. New BlizzCon available. I know. I won't show it, but I looked at it. I think it's kind of cursed. I don't like it. One of these days I'll get more glory mounts. Haven't really bothered for a very long time, aside from getting those that are either truly soloable or need like one other person. Can't wait for WoW to say, people to say WoW is Disney again because the BlizzCon mount is a bunny. Had a sleep paralysis dream. There was a demon in my room and it was so dark, and I opened my eyes and it was still so dark. I couldn't see. I've never had that happen to me. It sounds really scary. Shy people do stream. It's funny that you can, I find that it's really easy for me to talk to stream. And it's a very different set of skills than talking to people in person. I am married. It's technically my second marriage if we want to get personal. I'm remarried. Got my Glory of Firelands last night with my guild, so happy. Congratulations, Rain Showers. What mount do you get for that again? I'll have to look. Glory of the Firelands Raider. Do I have that one? I have some glory achievements done. Not all of them. I do have Firelands Raider. Corrupted Egg of Milgazor. This one. Corrupted Firehawk. That's the one. Yeah, Purple Phoenix. I had a dream where I activated an experimental wormhole generator. A worm the size of Chile came out from another dimension and dug into the earth, causing earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. That's like terrifying, but also would make a sick movie. That's cool. Like a sandworm? Have you been reading Dune? Is this the Guild Vendor mount? It says Glory of the Firelands Raider. There's another one. This is a Dark Phoenix. Different dark birds. Different dark birds. You're right. This one is the actual Phoenix. This one's cool. I haven't thought about this one in a while. Doo-doo. Looked like one of the orange sandworms from Act 2 in Diablo 2. Oh. 33 is when I get what I call sometimers. What's that? It's mount time. I'm ready. One mount, please. When I finish killing this in a little bit. Oh, it's like Alzheimer's. I do have Void Talon of the Dark Star. I do. Not that time. We keep trying. We go again. Sometimes you remember things, sometimes you don't. I get different levels of frustrated depending on whether or not I expect myself to have remembered it. There's plenty of information in my head that I just let go now. I don't worry if I'm forgetting like a WoW thing these days because WoW's got too many things. It's too big. It's gone on too long. There's too many facts. I will never remember all my WoW trivia. As soon as a raid tier is over, I delete it and all of its bosses from my brain. It's fine. I don't expect to remember any of that because it's just not reasonable or realistic. But some stuff, like, I feel like I should remember, and then I get all nervous when I don't. All right. 1 mail, please. Not that time. I feel like that's good enough for this character. Let's get on another alt and do a lap and see what we can find. I remember Farak and Dimensius. They were cool. I remember Farak. Dimensius is getting a little fuzzy. A little bit of it. It's funny. There's raids that I have made boss guides for where I filmed it in testing, scoured the dungeon journal, wrote a script, voiced it, edited it, put it out on YouTube, and I could not tell you the name of the boss anymore, let alone where it was or what it did. They leave. They're gone. Dimensius was fun. Hazel, what do you think about French toast? I plan to try making it myself tomorrow, but somehow my confidence that it turns out well isn't there. Oh, French toast is... You got this. It's doable. I feel like it's pretty forgiving. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it, and they're all fine. Whenever I used to make it, I would just do egg, milk, and I liked a little cinnamon in it. I would just sprinkle a little cinnamon in it, dip my bread, cook it in a pan until it looks about right. It's not my favorite thing to eat, so I don't make it a lot anymore, but I believe in you. You got this. Nordrasil, 20 Twitch subs. Holy smokes. Holy moly, thank you so much. I just want you to know that if you ever reach a point of your life where you don't want to do that kind of thing anymore, it's okay. You can still hang out. We like you beyond just your Twitch subs. We do appreciate them, but I just want you to know that if you ever can't do that, you can still hang out. I would miss you if you were gone. So these particular subs are for your snide comments to the Blizzard bundle. Man. I knew bullying would pay off. We must give in to our anger. Oh man. Put it in a waffle iron with some ice cream. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. I made scrambled eggs yesterday for the first time in like a million years. It used to be like a go-to after-school snack for me. And when I was a kid, it never occurred to me that one should add milk to scrambled eggs to make them fluffier. I never did that. So I would just like literally whisk eggs. I would do them with shredded cheese and then maybe like green onions and salt and pepper. And those are the scrambled eggs. And I made them again yesterday. And it was actually not bad. It was fine. It was edible. It was okay. Never had milk. Yeah. I don't know if I like them with milk. I feel like maybe I just grew up making them my own weird wrong way and now I've gotten attached to that. It says it's up. There's a... I don't think it has to do with killing the crabs. I know that everyone thinks it has to do with killing the crabs. I think that's cope. I think it's total coincidence. I'll add salt and pepper. I think part of my problem is that I like eating eggs when they're still hot. I do not like it when eggs get cold. And I feel like scrambled is one of the formats of egg in which they lose their heat the fastest. Milk optional for sure. Still never killed that crab mount. I get it fairly often, but today's not my day. Update your DBM voice pack. I'm not doing those anymore. I retired it. I'm so sorry. It's the end of an era. Add some creme fraiche halfway through cooking them. Chives? Didn't know you could add milk. Dad is lactose intolerant. Never added it. Might have to try it with milk. I think it's supposed to make it fluffier. I think milk and scrambled eggs is supposed to make them fluffier. Yeah, I'm farming for the last one. I need just one more. I live in Zul'Aman. I'm using all of my Legion remix alts I made on like random smaller servers to try to find spawns up because the rares are camped today. There's not a lot of rares up. I feel like I have better luck than this most days. And it's Wednesday. I had better luck than this on the weekend. Hopefully today's the day. Could be. Maybe. We got another hour and 15 to try. Hoping. Fingers crossed. Should have taken today off like everyone else. Voice pack still works. DBM will complain at you every time you log in, though. I really thought that they weren't going to do DBM anymore and once the War Within or Midnight happened and the add-on changes hit. It's good that it still works, though. That's something. I couldn't remember if I'd taken it off of the app thing or not. I was going to take it down. I guess I could leave it up. It's not really hurting anybody. I haven't updated it in a long time, though. Use sour cream in place of milk. Gives them a good flavor. Sometimes I use some sour cream when I'm making a cheese sauce for pasta. Like if I'm doing a mac and cheese and I'm making a sauce with milk, sometimes I'll add some sour cream. Or even just to like craft dinner. Using some sour cream instead of milk will, or instead of some of the milk, will kind of like thicken it up and add a little bit of oomph. Found the default one a bit lacking. Back on DBM. Yeah. I don't think I've been using DBM this patch actually, or this expansion. I think I deleted it for myself. I told myself I was going to get it back if it became a problem, and I think it just never became a problem. I think I've managed to get through the raids without feeling like I was missing anything. A little bit of zing. Something. I think I wanted a new word. People add mayo to cake mixes or something. I think that's interesting. Mayo. I've heard sour cream. I've not heard mayo. That is interesting. My scrambled eggs are essentially 2 steps away from a scrambled omelet at this point. A little bit of zinc. Get your minerals. Eat your sunscreen. Don't eat your sunscreen. Oh, there it is. Perfect timing. At one point, I went back to the vendor out here and I bought the rest of the transmogs. I think I even got tabards and stuff. I don't have any more marl to spend in Zul'Aman. I'll have to do some shopping in other zones. I took over raid leading for my Guild Lust X back, so I need all the help I can get. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You'd want definitely lots of info for that. Use mayo instead of butter and KD. Oh, I don't know if I'm brave enough to try that. The thing that I've been doing lately, and this is a vulnerable confession, so don't make fun of me. Safe place. Sometimes if I'm making craft dinner for lunch, and I want to add some food to it to make it like actually be filling enough for lunch, I will, along with the noodles, boil frozen potato and cheese pierogies. Just cook them right with the noodles. Maybe put them in like a couple minutes late so they only cook for 5 minutes. And then I'll just make like a little bit extra cheese sauce, or like I'll just add a little bit more milk to make sure it covers everything. And I'll just have pierogies and craft dinner in the craft dinner sauce that it came with. And sometimes that's lunch. Now you know. I can never withdraw that information. It's out there now. That tiny vermin is not up. You put a layer of cheese on your eggs. Usually keeps them hotter for longer. Cold eggs are the devil. IQ sounds good. I like frozen pierogies because they're somehow like $3.50 for a bag that's like a kilo of pierogies. And I don't know any other food that's that affordable that's also fairly convenient to eat and has, I don't know, food in it. Like it's just so cheap and good, and that's hard to find these days. Google what a pierogi. Yeah, pierogi. Pierogi. Here, I'll type it into YouTube chat. But you can get them frozen and pre-made. I'm sure they're not as good as somebody's grandma making them from scratch. What culture are they from again? Are they Polish? Where are pierogies from? It's basically just like a dumpling, like a potato dumpling. I don't want AI. Get out of here. Poland. They are Polish. Filled dumplings. Sorry, I know I'm getting blasted by Wikipedia. Filled dumplings, wrapping dough around to filling, cooking in boiling water. Typical fillings include potato, cheese, sauerkraut. You could do meat, mushroom, fruits, or berries. I've never had sweet pierogies. Savory pierogies often served with the topping of sour cream, fried onions, or both. Yep, done that. They're Polish, but I feel like you get them in Canada sometimes. You can find them in the grocery store. When I hear craft dinner, reminded of how American I am. Well, you guys have it in the States. What is it? You just call it something different, right? I used to get craft dinner when I lived in Oregon. Yeah, a little bit like gnocchi, but they're filled and they're not as chewy. They're good. Pick them up sometime. Try it out. So tasty, reminds me of empanadas. We just call it mac and cheese. Grandmother used to make them. One of my grandparents was Ukrainian. I didn't get a lot of that culture. I didn't spend a lot of time with that particular set of grandparents. But they had really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful painted eggs framed and hung up in the home that were from Ukraine, I think. And I don't remember if they had pierogies, honestly. I might have done that on my own. Great cheap dinner, make veggie sausage pierogi dinner whenever I'm too tired to make something complicated. Yeah, I like keeping them in the freezer because sometimes you're hungry and you're lazy and you're tired and you just need to eat something. And they're, at least as long as you don't fry them, they're not greasy, it's just food. Type negative AI, the answer should disappear. I just have to like do that and that's kind of annoying. I don't want to type it every time. I just want to go back to the past where they weren't trying to lie to me on my Google page. Or like give me like a toggle option for my Google account, but they'll never do that because they want to pretend that they spent money for a good reason. Going this way. Too scared to give us an opt out of AI tools button because they're afraid people are going to opt out. Still kind of mad that my grandma didn't teach me German when she grew up fluent. It's never too late to learn. I say as a stinky monolingual. It's not like I ever learned anything. Murky buckets. Where is... Just trying to give tips to anyone in chat who's sick of AI. That is fair. That is a noble cause. It is a good tip. It's not your fault that it's not your fault that I'm cranky. Was on a work trip in Poland for 2 weeks. Had so many different types of pierogi. I want to go back to try more. That sounds good. We had a ground beef and peas to craft dinner. Hamburger, peas, mac and cheese. Poor man's dinner of choice before ground beef became a luxury. You're making me hungry. It's not coming on 11. It'll be lunchtime for some people. I guess it's gonna be dinner time for some people. I don't know where you live. Very good breakfast today, though. Just had dinner. 8 p.m. here. Oh. Not dinner time anymore. I've been having minor issues with management at work lately because they want using certain AI programs that the company developed to improve workflow, and I've outright told them no. Not enough issue to get me fired, but they do know I'm unhappy. Yeah. I am really glad that I don't work for anybody that's trying to shove that kind of thing down my throat. It would be so annoying, and I've heard this is life for a lot of people where they are being made to use these AI tools that do a bad job, and then they have to go back and fix everything that it did, and they're effectively doing the work twice. Because the companies want to show that it was like worth it for them to spend all this money on these tools. Same 8 p.m. Just had red duck curry. Oh, I like curry a lot. My manager keeps asking for use cases I could use AI for. Why would I tell you how it can replace me? Hi Hazel. Hello. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm farming rares for mounts. We're living in Zul'Aman. Believing in the dream. We're keeping our spirits up. I never took a stream break today. I should look into that at some point. Sit down for too long and get blood clots. Let's wait right here, and this will come up at some point. I will be right back. Okay, alright, we're back. We're back. Did we miss a spawn? Is it up? Is he here? Is he coming? What do we got? Favorite article going around today at work is when an AI at one company hacked the AI at a competitor. Oh, they're keeping each other busy. Really? I don't think that there is a Twitch drop going right now. The last one ended a week ago or so. I don't think there's one running. There is a website called todayinwow.com, and they have a section, todayinwow.com, and they have a section where you can see ongoing promotions and how long is left on them. So when there are Twitch drops, you can see them right here. So it looks like there's some Fanta promotions going on for another 9 days. I wonder if those are over yet. I'm not really bothering with those, but that's where I find out if there's Twitch drops, if I can't remember. Todayinwow.com. All right, where is Pocharovik? Is he dead? Is he coming? Farm things in the meantime. These alts may reach a point where they slowly level to the point where the scaling starts to really hurt, and it starts to become very apparent that they're not wearing a lot of new gear. Let me see if I can wear any of the stuff I picked up, actually. No plate! None? All of this gear and none of its plate. There's trinkets I can certainly put on. Here. 133 epic. One of these guys. I did see the BlizzCon bundles. I don't think I'm getting it this year. I think I can sit that one out. And then that. What about jewelry? Neck? No. Ring? What do they call it? Finger? Yeah, we do have rings. Okay. 126. 120, although that might be now it's unique equipped. It's the same, it's the E-Electrum Signet. Back? No cloaks? Nope. No, I guess that's it. Maybe a weapon. Made by Anshin and Narissa. Used to work at Wowhead. Does Narissa write for Icy Veins now? I feel like I saw her name on an article. But I don't really remember. Any two-handers? Yeah, we got a couple of weapons. Just bought bundle. Wings are gonna look nice in my pally. One thing I like doing when I'm waiting for a rare is just kind of picking through my bags and getting rid of stuff. It's kind of fun. It's satisfying. It's like cleaning your nails. Repair cell. I don't need these. Man, my bangs are getting kind of long. I gotta cut my hair. Oh, I do have another ring. I have a leech tooth band. Doesn't really matter, but any gear that I can get is gonna help eventually. I can't believe I have all of this gear. All of this green gear. Cloth, leather, mail, cloth, leather, mail. Anything but plate. At least I had some jewelry. It's bad luck. It's unfortunate. Okay. Hello? I've waited so long, I kind of don't want to leave now. Post some things in the auction house. 76 gold worth of this. A little this, a little that. I'm pleased that the dropped meat actually seems to be keeping up. Oh, there's somebody here. Maybe they just phased in. We can delete these. I do love having completely empty bags. It's really, really quite satisfying. Yeah, that feels good. I like that. That's good. That's good stuff. They can fill back up again, but... Did she get... Midnight Did I remember to get midnight mining? I did, yeah. Tempted to go look for that copper, but this rare's gonna spawn. It's gonna. I waited here too long. It's gonna happen. I'm surprised that we don't have a date for 12/1 yet. I'm assuming they're going to announce it soon. I don't think it's like a... I think all of the estimated dates, like kind of mid-August thing, sounds true. But normally they do commit to it at a certain point so people can like plan for the end of the season. Betcha they do that soon. They can't make me leave. They can't make me leave. 2 weeks before release. Is it only 2 weeks? I guess so. I guess we're also not that far out from that at this point. Maybe another week. Yeah, it checks out. I guess I'm getting experience for doing this. I have a bunch of rested on these characters because they haven't been leveling. August 12th, after the time walking stuff is over, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I've heard some people say the 12th. I've heard some people say the 18th, like a week after that. It's fairly soon. Afternoon, Hazel. How the heck are you? Good afternoon, Jans. Happy lunch break to you. How is your hardcore pal world going? Do you die? You gotta tell me if you die. I need to mourn you. Not that you're gonna die first. I heard late September. Late September for 12.1 would be pretty aggressive. That would be late. That would be a long time. I would be okay with it. I've got mounts to farm. Joking. Oh, okay. I have something wrong with me. I can't always tell. Have not died yet, despite everyone betting on my death. I think it's just sputters. I think you're fine. I don't think you're gonna die first. I think I might die first. I am not always the most situationally aware. I'm pretty risk averse. But sometimes I don't know what's going on around me, and I'm starting to take bigger risks in Hardcore Pal World because I feel like all of you guys have like really cool pals and you're getting away from me because I don't play as much. Oh, he's up, he's up. So I'm starting to venture into areas that are too high level for me to try to like find eggs to hatch to kind of get a leg up. And it's risky business. Seem to want to keep 8 weeks, counting 0.5 and 0.7 patches. Yeah. Sputters Guild is the Jans Hunters. Only level 15. I feel like my base is very far behind everyone else's base, but that's okay. I like that we're doing separate ones, so I don't log in and feel like I'm too far behind to ever catch up. I like being able to pick up the thread of what I was working on last, even if I am not moving all that fast. Hardcore was the thing I needed to really get into Pal World, apparently. I need stakes. Alright. Spent so much time on my base. It's so self-sufficient and neat. Do you organize your chests in Pal World, or do you just have chaos? I thought for sure if I was the only one using and managing my chests that I was going to keep them all neat and tidy and like categorized and organized. And it turns out I just put a chest down near anywhere that I want to dump stuff off because I don't want to walk while encumbered. And then I'm just dumping like random stuff into all of them. They're really terrible. Absolute chaos. Shikala, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Did you get your Void Bun Bun? I think I'm going to keep my money. I don't really want it. I think, going to sit out the virtual ticket this year. I think it's my first year. I'm not going to buy it. Eventually I'll have to organize them. Right now it's chaos. Yeah, maybe when I get... I mean, I have metal chests. Maybe at some point I'll go through. Because I like having them in different locations. I like having them near the things where the pals are moving them to, so the pals don't have to walk too far. And I like having a chest near kind of like the rock yard and the lumber yard, so I don't have to waddle too far if I'm going to carry all of it over, but just get the mount. Yeah, just get the final mount. Where is it? One mount, please. Keep it here. How you doing, Scarlet? Happy Wednesday. This one, not up. Hi, been a while. Hello, Legendary Hero. How are you doing today? It has been a little bit. Good, you? Not too bad. Not too bad. Trying not to cook too much. Trying to keep the energy up. Yeah, the important stuff always gets streamed for free. They usually do virtual ticket though anyways, just to make money off of it, and to they'll stream like the dev chat panels and the voice actor panels and stuff. That's usually virtual ticket category. But I haven't looked into it this year, so you could be... I'm speaking up my butt. I did add some more pink to my hair. Well spotted. I'm freshly repinked. Also, I feel like I nailed my gnome's hair color this time around. I feel like this is as close as I'm ever gonna get. I am more pleased with that than perhaps necessary. Did I really? No, I missed it. I didn't make it in time. Good, on my lunch break. Moved out of the East Coast finally. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice thing to say. Thank you. Good old Texas. Any rare? No? Well, I guess I'll check my next one. I don't know why today on all these servers I'm having such a hard time finding rares to kill. Our frequency's terrible today. I did get my Viranoth mount. I got my Viranoth mount and I got my Star Carver today. So I never have to go back to Vol. And I could ignore the rest of Turbulent Time Ways because I have that mount. I will do, I think, more time walking because I'd love to finish leveling Catmint over here. I'd like to get him to 90. But doesn't have to be in a hurry. Doesn't have to be anytime soon. Feels like the rare spawn timer was increased. It feels worse than last week for me. But it could just be a coincidence. It would be such a rude thing to do. What would be the goal? What would be the point of doing that? This far in. Believe your warrior era is gonna happen again? You think that's the way we're going? Man. Also, I am seeing more people around and more like dead bosses, so I think there is definitely activity in these zones. Where does his hearth take him? Dornigal. Ooh. Set his hearth to Silverman. I'm gonna pop on war mode. The GM usually handles rare spawns, was distracted by helping out in Mythic Plus. You should be able, I think, to do the achievements for the Vol mount. I don't think it's time gated anymore. I think all of that is available now. I think it should be all unlocked. What I usually foresee usually does happen. Scarlet the Mystic. That's what I've been saying. One mount, please. If we just get them out, we don't have to, we don't even have to go turn on war mode or anything. We could, I guess I could, here, let me finish my lap. I found this rare up. Wow, I cannot fly. I'm just hammering my spacebar, like, get me out of this lake. Come on, guys. Problem with the virtual ticket, they split it and increased the price. You used to be able to buy it for cheaper, get all this stuff, and now if you want the WoW pet, pay 50. I wonder how many, I'm not gonna get it, but I wonder how many Canadian dollars they want for it. It's probably really egregious. Do Death Knights feel emotions? Arguing with a guildie about this. Why wouldn't they feel emotions? I guess would be my question. I've never considered that they might not. You think they're like lacking the... If undead can, then Death Knights can. Muted except for hatred. Oh yeah, maybe there's like a lore thing. I was thinking like physiology wise, like if the feeling chemicals are still working or not. DK, I'm full of emotions. Heart in your plate mail sleeve. Death Knights do, but most positive emotions are more muted. Oh. I'm a DK and I'm full of emotions. Man, my rears are all dead. Ooh, did this. Go try war mode. Maybe set my Hearthstone to Silvermoon, so if I ever need to head back there to do this again. Because normally I'll turn it on, and if it's still not working, I'll stop into the inn in Amanizar Village and turn it off again. I'm gonna live in this zone long enough to learn the names of the places. That's terrifying. Oh yeah, that was the GM who killed all the rares. Oh, it's up, it's up. Still can't believe that happened. I still don't know if I do believe that it happened, but if it did, I think it's so funny. Interesting point. DKs have to kill often, at least the newer ones, or they'll go into a sort of undead frenzy that can only be quelled through bloodshed. Why am I mounting up on... Oh, I'm mounting up on my... Oh, I'm a druid. I can just fly. Why am I pulling up my yak? That's not going to help me. Really excited to have a new zone that's actually connected to the other zones. As much fun as I had in the War Within, but patches felt a bit disjointed. Yeah, I agree. I like having things laid out in a way where you can kind of just, like, go to them. I found that Herondar and Voidstorm felt kind of disjointed because it was portals. I'm heading to the inn. I think. Do I know where the inn is? If that's the bank. Is it up here? Yeah, I don't normally do this in reverse. I just wanted to update my hearth here. And pop on war mode and see if that helps me find rares. Me and my chicken. Don't think it happened. Think a dude's trying to drive traffic to his stream. But we won't know for sure unless Blizz confirms. That would also be wild. Very plausible. Massive scam. Viral marketing. What did I miss? What do we do today? I guess it depends on what the context of that is. And who you are and what you may or may not have missed. Today on stream, I got my Spawn of Viranoth Time Walking mount, and I got my Star Carver achievement mount. I'm still killing Zul'Aman rares to try to get the Zul'Aman mount that I need, the Witherbark Pango. I don't have that one just yet. We were idly chatting about the scandal that's going on right now, where apparently there's rumors that a GM helped a group time a +23 key with special GM powers. When the expansion launched, I thought I'd spend all my time in Herondar, but the portals make it feel clunky. Especially the Herondar portal to me, because it spits you out in a cave. At least you can fly in the cave, but I feel like it's still really, like, disorienting trying to... I don't know. I don't like entering the zone underground and then having to leave. Yeah, scandalous, right? The Raider IO run and the logs show evidence. Do you think those are falsifiable? What if there's a way? I have no mounts from any other heirs in the zones. Is the guy that's streaming a different person than the alleged GM? Because it would be funny if that was the GM and that was their way of launching. Like, they just decided after however long of working at Blizzard that the streamers really have it good and that they'd like to switch and they need some initial boost, and they decided to launch their content career like that. Yeah, apparently Blizzard's going to investigate. I'm sad. I'm seated. Different people, apparently multiple content creators in the group. Interesting. Because, like, I don't really see the value of risking your job to time a 23. I do see the value of risking your job to launch a lucrative career. That makes more sense. None of them were streaming. Well, no, of course not. You're not going to show it live. You don't want to get banned. Blizzard's calling Sherlock Holmes. Can we get, like, the Murloc with the spyglass? Scandal's the only thing I care about when it comes to WoW. I don't think I'm really invested in what happens. I'm just kind of enjoying the spectacle of it. This is the kind of old-fashioned drama that I like. I like internet drama that doesn't involve hate speech. That's nice, you know? It's almost quaint. Maybe if it was my last day of Blows and I was okay with burning that bridge. Do you have a count of how many rares you've killed? No, not at all. No idea. Couldn't tell you. More than 10. It's been a little bit. We're doing our best. Who is the GM's favorite streamer? Yeah, ask a GM to drop them out for it. Oh, man. The most shocking part of this whole story is that there are still human GMs that can still do things. I thought we outsourced that to AI and chatbots ages ago. Right? Where is this GM when we've all been bouncing off of customer service trying to get stuff fixed where they go, no. I don't believe you and I won't help you. Everyone I've seen has just been surprised that GMs can still fly around and impact stuff. Yeah, it seems like such a relic of the past. What I can't figure out is why they uploaded the log. I think I'm on the conspiracy team of the publicity conspiracy. I think that makes the most sense. I have no evidence for my theory aside from it just sounds true. Thus conspiracy. It's the last real GM. Going out with a bang. GM stands for Game Master. They were traditionally Blizzard customer service employees that could help players resolve problems in-game. And in, like, the olden days, they used to be able to, like... They would have, like, special GM characters that had special powers that you could... They would be invisible, or sometimes you could see them. There used to be, like, GM-only areas they could access. It's kind of like an old WoW meta lore thing. Only 2 people knew them. 3 others in the run were pugs and had no idea, and the 2 people that knew them only asked him to do it as a joke, and they didn't think he would, so they say. Are people putting out their twitlongers? Are we getting Google Docs? My show's on. Given that Ian said he wants other devs to respond to Q&A in Discord, would you contact PR folks to ask if one like Ian is searching to have again one very soon before BlizzCon? I need some help. I don't know what that means. Given that Ian said that he want other devs to also respond to Q&A in Discord portal room, would you contact the PR folks to ask if one like Ian is searching to have again one very soon before BlizzCon? It starts out making some sense, and I just lose the thread of it. I don't know what you mean. I'm guessing the answer's probably no, but I don't know what you mean. I've done dev interviews before. I'm not in a big hurry to do it again. I've never felt it was my skill set. They make me have just horrific anxiety. It's been years since I've interacted with a GM. Love this part of the zone. The swamp. I'll love it too if it drops my mount. Yeah, the main thing that I need and appreciate from Blizzard is continued access to betas. That's really the only thing that I would want and ask from them. I like being on the beta list. I like being able to get in to make content if I want to. That's it. That's all I really want. I don't need any other special access or anything. I'm not Hunter NT. But if I was, I wouldn't tell you, but I'm not. Blink if you're being held captive. That's what someone under NDA would say. Can I be added to that list too? Be a WoW content creator? There's a... I forget how you get on the list nowadays. I think there's a Discord. I don't have a lot of details. Are Tiki and Tuna under Blizzard NDA? Oh, Tiki and Tuna are independent, cutthroat journalists. Companies fear them. What if I'm content with WoW? Does that count? Yeah, beta access isn't really all that it's cracked up to be. There's really no good... You play it early, you're just playing the game to test it for them for free. So that... And it's not like you don't get to keep your progress. And I feel like they put stuff, like, just wait until it comes out and then you can play the less buggy version. Not the not buggy version, but the less buggy version with progress you get to keep. Whenever I have beta, I will maybe do some videos. I certainly do raid testing. Outside of that, I don't play it just for fun. There's no point. It's not fun just because it's new. Like, it's gonna come out soon anyway. Hazel, the artist who did the concept art for the rabbit mount, showed the concept art. You can see Jimothy running around in the background. I was a GM till WoD. It was fun, but people are the worst at times. Oh, I bet. I'm sure that people petition GMs with, like, the dumbest questions that they could absolutely resolve for themselves, or, like, things that don't need fixing. It's just any customer service agent is going to have people like that. Free in-game stuff from the store. Sometimes there are, when Blizzard does patch launches, it's not unheard of for them to have streamers can apply for, like, keys for shop stuff to give away to their chat and stuff. Kind of outing myself as somebody who doesn't do that. It's happened before. It doesn't happen all the time. But it's not like for you to get free stuff. It's for you to do giveaways to promote the game. Jimothy mount when? They really need a Jimothy charity pet now. I used to get hyped for beta, but then I realized I was spoiling myself for the story, so now I don't bother anything beta because I want to go in blind to the content. Yeah. I just don't feel invested in it until it's on my actual character and my actual account I get to keep. There's nothing worse than getting a mount drop on beta. I'm a guide now, still get the same questions. I'm gonna have to Google Jimothy. I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are talking about, but I'm not 1000% sure. Jimothy. Images. Jimothy Lacoste is a musician with some glasses. He's a British rapper from Camden. Fans want Viral Raccoon officially added to World of Warcraft. I guess they do. There's a lot of art of him. He looks like like a Slender Man creature. Is it just me or is he kind of terrifying? Strange moment in time. Did Mom Beta vow never again? Ruined the opening area and the thrill of discovery and release day for me. I feel like Beta's like finding your Christmas present early as a child. How to search it? For Jimothy? I just googled Jimothy. I just typed it into Google. He looks like a cryptid. Just you. He's cute. It's a raccoon that was found dead and somehow got a get well balloon. He's cuter in video. I had to Google him too, or her. Is Jimothy a madame? Madam Jimothy. Oh my god, it's creepy, right? I feel like nowadays there's like creepy cute things are having a bit of a moment. I think that's the Labubu effect. Yeah, maybe he's cuter moving around in video. I want Kun pigs in WoW? Do you know how they look? Chonky cute when their ears bounce around. I've never heard of those. They sound cute. Look them up. Really cute. Here, I'm gonna head back to Silverman to turn war mode on. There's people on all of these servers. I wonder if the shards are more compressed. I wonder if they made a change to sharding. And that's why I'm seeing more people out on a Wednesday. That's I feel like they would have done that before they messed with the spawn times. Kun pigs. It's a breed of pig. Oh, they're cute. Domestic pig from New Zealand. Has to be. It's been so bad. I wonder if that means that late night wouldn't necessarily help you anymore. Also, I'm in the horde area. They're gonna yell at me. I've never been there. Even on characters that are horde, I never go to the horde part. I don't know what they have, and I'm not gonna find out. Yeah, if I have to camp each of the rares individually, this is gonna make it much more challenging for me to grind my mount. I'll do it though. They can't stop me. Well, they can, but they won't. Realm hopping, still switching, just more people. The horde side teases me by having crafting tables, but they don't work. That is a tease. Speaking of creepy, does anyone remember the old Quiznos commercial with the creepy creature that sang? I can't say that I do. That sounds terrifying. I do want to know what your dinner is. What do you got? What are you having? I'm a bit hungry. I'm a horde player. What happens if you go there? If you go there as an alliance and you stay too long, they just boot you out. They teleport you out of it. It's kind of like entering the wrong inn and portal area in Dalaran. They tell you to get out. Devouring Invader is up, and I have to remember where the cave is. Wait for me. Okay, good. This one's a little bit challenging for me. I'm gonna actually sheep this. Polymorph. I'm gonna put it on my bar. Not really sure how to play Fire Mage anymore, but that's okay. It's going fine. Hello, Mr. Sonigen. How are you doing today? Looking forward to the next remix being OP. Love the kitty polymorph for the Hallows End event. Oh, I wonder if I have that one. I never really went and collected polymorphs. I feel like the penguin from Wrath is like a classic. Am I gonna be okay? Let's use Ultra Time. Am I standing in my own fire or someone else's fire? Nope, 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 nope. Die! Okay. Oh, my Ultra Time went off. That's good. Summoner Ravinia. She does have a name. Her name is Ba. Okay. I'm so bad at this character. I should have gotten on. I have a hunter. I have a hunter on a different realm I could have used. I should have gotten on that one. Oh, we're finally finding a few up. You get so many big, like, procs on the screen as a fire mage, and I couldn't tell you for $1 million what they do. They just make me panic is what they do. I'm just gonna hit my one button, it's fine. Thanks for the raid vids. Couldn't do a raid without your help. Aw, shucks. Thank you for watching them. I'm glad they're working for you. They do damage? All of them instant pyro. So if I have a fun thing on my screen, I should just try to press pyro. Because I feel like I don't want to be hard casting pyro. Oh, hey. It's funny. I finally get like a string of rares up, and it's on the character that can barely cope. Alright. Here, we'll have Arcane Intellect. That'll help. Oh, it needs to be the big one. There's a little one and then there's a big one. And then what does that one do? Instant Meteor, maybe? Or whatever this thing is. Flame Strike? No. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It died. That was better. That was good advice. I feel like that helped. If it's shiny and it flames, just throw a pyro. Just press it. Pyro your heart out. Single-handedly bringing about climate change in Zul'Aman. Gonna burn all this mist off. Oh, there's vermin. Maybe one mount? Maybe one mount. Please? I feel like I can brisk combustion and then just a lot of flame blast and pyro, and that's fine. I feel like that's working. Just keep fire blasting. It could be mount time. As good a chance as any. One mount, please. Nope. Worth a try. Just trying to make it happen. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing much better damage now. That's funny. Have none of these mounts, but you've inspired me to at least put in more attempts. In the absolute worst case scenario, you're still going to walk away with a bunch of Voidlight Marl that you can spend for all kinds of goodies. All sorts of delicious, yummy things. I had overlooked a lot of the toys and Mog from the vendors, the rep vendors for Voidlight Marl, because I felt like I wasn't going to have enough of it just to get like mounts and decor. But there's some really cool things. I love the giant hat from this zone. It's very good. Can you technically count all your rare kills? I could do it manually. I could carve a notch in a stick like I'm Tom Hanks in Castaway. Actually, no, I think he had like chalk on a wall or something. Who was notching a stick? Was that a kid in Hatchet? The kid in Hamlet. The kid in Hamilton. I don't know, somebody. You could count on paper if you wanted to. I haven't been doing. I have not been. Rarity is probably the easier way to go about it. I just don't have it on. You apparently need the alpha version is what I've been told. Oh, I didn't heal myself. We're just gonna have to do this and believe. Alright, Murloc, one mount, please. Pretty, please. Not me hard casting a pyro. Any luck? No. I AoE looted it. Nothing. Poor Murloc stood no chance against all that fire. He's on flambe now. How dare you not be up? The rest of the rares have been up. I got 20 more minutes and I'm not giving up. I'm gonna believe in the dream. I feel like I have music on, but it's so quiet I can't hear any of it. It's a nice soundtrack in the sun. Despite all of our rare farming in Zul'Aman, I'm not sick of it yet. Oh. Doo-doo. Alright, one mount, please. Oh. That's 6k. Oh, I'm almost level 81. That'll actually be very notable for this character because she's carrying around Silvermoon health potions and refreshing serums, both of which would be life-saving in an emergency, and both of which require level 81. Nearly there. Jewel crafting spec. Sure. Are you really up? Oh yeah, you really are. It's nice that you have combustion up for basically every rare kill. That makes this a lot easier. Uh-oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I can't use my, I can't use my potion yet. Oh, we did it! Now I can use my potion. No mount, though. Any cloth we can wear? Not that I'm not already wearing. Is that the class mount for Fire Mage? What am I writing? Archmage's Pristine Disc. I think yes. Yeah, I think that's the class mount. There's also the Legion version of it. Or the remix version. I don't know if this is blindingly obvious, but I'm not like much of a mage player. I don't spend a lot of time on them. I finished getting the last of the Legion class order hall mounts. I want to say last year, not that long ago. I finally went and ground it all out. Because I did it during Legion Remix, but I didn't do it in Legion Remix because I didn't want to do it in Legion Remix. I wanted to do it the old-fashioned way. I didn't want to have to deal with anything potentially getting broken if I didn't finish it in time and I got the character ported back with half quest progress. I didn't trust that to not break. So I just did it the old-fashioned way. Go check for this one, and if not, I'm gonna move another character right here. Fire looks nice. The effects look good. Instant pyroblasts are kind of fun. Okay, this is a hard boss, but I'm gonna use mirror images. I'm gonna use time warp. I'm gonna use combustion, and I have health potions if it comes to it now that I can use. Love class mounts, especially the one for the Holy Priest. You like the owl thing? It's owl adjacent. Alright. Good news is the rare died. Bad news is I didn't get my mount yet. Oh, there's another one. Could be this one. Nope. Maybe over here? One map, please, Mr. Troll. I mean, when it finally drops, it's going to be the end of an era. I've been streaming this for so long. I've gotten kind of attached to it. I'm going to have to do something new. But we could be here for a little time. We could be here for a long time. One rare mountain. I've killed 3,400 rares since then. I'm fatigued. Holy, that's some bad luck. I'm so sorry. You must be swimming in marl. You can get elites in solo shuffle on a healer, I bet, this season. That would be a plot twist. That would be a big change. That would be a big shift for me. Gonna go for a walk outside now that it's cooled off. See you, Hazel. See ya. Have a good walk. Nice to have a little cooler outside. They exist. Check for this one. The rest of this week, I don't think I have a thing to do on stream except for this. I don't think anything's gonna pull me away from this. Pleased with that. I got my time walking all done, so I'm all ready to go. Sorted out. Who is your main? Inksy. Imagine if I didn't say, I just expected you to know what that means. That's the name of my main. She is, wow, I'm dying. A gnome holy priest. But I was thinking about taking a season to play warrior. I haven't had a DPS season since BFA. And it might be time to just kind of do it for fun. Do something a little different. See how the other side lives. Arms so fun, made since Kata. I haven't tried Arms yet. I'd like to. I want to know how to play Arms and Fury. I'm hoping it's not too challenging to learn. Because I'd like to be able to choose between them for raid boss fights depending on what's going to do better. Switch it up a little bit. Arms is really just caveman mode for warrior. Sign me up. Arms is a tad slow for me. I mean, it's kind of encouraging to hear because maybe it won't be too hard to learn. You'll do fine. Might be kind of nice to, you know, press a couple buttons. Unga bunga. That's what I should have named my warrior. Think I could get Unga bunga the troll warrior. I was gonna do my gnome, but if I can make a troll and get the name. Let me see if it's available. Hang on, I gotta switch realms. I'll log in and then back out. Argument for Arms versus Fury. Why wield one giant battle axe when you could wield 2 giant battle axes? Huh? It's true. It's a good point. Why mog one enormous weapon when you could have one in each hand? I love the variety of weapon mog choices. There's some really fun like character mogs for big two-handed weapons. They get goofy like farm tools and stuff. Can I make a character? Be a troll, right? Yeah. Aw. Oh well. Worth a try. I figured if I could get it exactly like that, it's just destiny. I'm gonna bring another Alta to Zul'Aman. If not, it's no skid off my back. I'm getting tired and sleepy over here. I'm ready for a nap. It's warm. Whenever I close my office door, it always gets a little toasty in here with the monitors and the light and the computer and everything. So this hunter should hopefully be able to find some rares. Where does her hearth take her Dornigal? That doesn't do me any good. Current hardcore character is a gnome mage named Geppetto. No idea how that name was available, but I love it. I mean, maybe in hardcore character, names come and they go. Maybe the last Geppetto died. Oh, I'm Horde. That's right. I have to go this way. One more little lap. Couple more rares. Nearly finished for today, but I'm not quite ready to give up yet. I should also maybe set my hearth. Plus tomorrow, when I am maybe getting 3 more characters, hopefully, I'll have another one ready to go. Alright. We're going. We're heading out. Well, my bags are nice and clean. That's always fun. See what we can find. This character's wearing all kinds of stuff. Pre-patch stuff. She's got her Reshi wraps on. I guess I did play this in The War Within a little bit. I forgot about Reshi wraps. Remember Koresh? It was like a fever dream. I did see the in-game goodies from BlizzCon. I am not super impressed. But I am cranky and cynical these days about anything that's cash shop related or adjacent, so I think that's probably working against them. I don't know if they could have made something that would have sold me on it. Oh, hey, it's up. I would like to turn on Plater, actually. I'm on a cunning pet right now. Do I have a ferocity pet? I would love to lust for this. I do. Here we go. Use my Maghar racial. This is the rare that hurts the most of the non-elite rares in this zone, so it's worth lusting on if you're a lust class. This has been a delightful day of people asking you about the Stormount and hearing your replies. I don't want to spend too much time yucking people's yum about it, but it's not gonna be a yum from me. Let's see if Devouring Invader's up. I wonder how I did a time walking dungeon. That's how I got her some experience. I was wondering why she wasn't just a flat 80. Alright, 1 mount, please. I'm ready. At least we don't need to pay to see BlizzCon Online anymore. I feel like they have been streaming, like, at least the big keynote where they do the big announcements on Twitch and whatever for free for, like, a long time. I don't think that's a super new development. Da-da-da-da-da. Nope. Just another reinforced Amani Haft. Haft? Haft. It's a fancy haft. Oh, you pick up the midnight mining skill if you didn't have it already, if you just mine a midnight node. That's nice. Some expansions I feel like still don't work like that. Mm-hmm. Get so many of the hats you have to copy and paste the word delete. It's nice having a shard where they're actually up. And this character I feel like I'm a lot more confident on. I'm a comfier in BM Hunter, and I feel like I can handle most of these rares. Any luck? Not yet? Soon? Idane, 89. Idane? Idane? One of those, something like that. Thank you very much for the 2-month resub. Keep up the good work, lurking here for way too long to not at least leave a prime slip here. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. How many ults do I have? I want to say 33. It's somewhere around there. I don't have an exact count. It's 33-ish. 3 at 90? 3 90s? The rest of them are 80 plus. Oh, I have a lot of characters that are 80 but not 90. Remix does that to you. The last batch of remixes and whatever. I also, and I like making new characters. I like leveling. I never race change when I could just make another alt. They come in handy for mount runs and stuff. Mage Belden, thank you for the 72-month resub. Hoping you and all are having a wonderful summer, staying cool. Thank you very much. Oh, who do we find? Who do we find? Yeah, we're doing all right over here. After I finish my tour here, I can do a quick tab through my ults to show them if you haven't seen them before. Give you a feel for what's going on over there. Have I already lost my Bloodlust sated debuff? I feel like I don't think it's been 10 minutes, has it? First expansion where I have only the main 90 and the rest of 69 ults are 80. 82 now with time walking runs, didn't bother to level them. Yeah, I was getting some time walking experience, but I was doing it more for badges than I was for leveling. In Dragonflight time walking, I tried to do one dungeon on each of my alts for badges, and it did turn out to be a lot of badges, but I still didn't finish all my alts. I got through a lot of them. I did not get through all of them. Imani Dragonhawk is right there. You want to see an Imani Dragonhawk? Huh? Little vintage mount moment. I used to make a bigger point to get all of my ults leveled up to level cap during the expansion, but I've gotten quite lazy about that. There's too many of them, and I don't really need them to be 90 for anything. Cranking at 90s in 2 to 3 hours with the time walking buff, just doing like 7 to 8 delves. Yeah, that's smart. That would do it. I'm just not motivated enough. I don't have a good enough why. I don't have a reason that's resonating with me. I'm not getting my mount, but I'm getting lots of rare kills. I'm pleased with them all being up on this shard. I feel like I spent all day today fighting for spawns. So to see them all just kind of up waiting for me is really nice. Finally found a good shard. I'll lust again. Why not? Really only level them when there's time walking. Have no interest in leveling the normal way anymore besides my main. The thing I sometimes do, the way that I often will level max level alts, I only really quest on my main. Or if I really want a character leveled in a hurry. But what I like to do sometimes is just take herbing and mining and make a character like my herbing and mining alt and like level up herbing and mining and just go gathering. And you get a bit of experience doing that. And in War Within, I feel like that's how I got all of my alts leveled, was just mining and herbing. Plus it makes like a handful of gold. Not crazy, but not bad. Kind of fat-fingered my, my Beast of Wrath. I might give it a second. Do that sometimes since it makes money. I like anytime I can double dip, work on two things at once. Alright, Spine Frill. One mount, please. What if they're waiting for my birthday and I have to wait until September? It's really relaxing. Got her to my second alt, got her to 88 solely from mining an herb. Did you do a druid or something else? I feel like I extra do it on my druids. I think leveling should not be a thing in retail. That would be a pretty big change. It is kind of like a funny extra bit of the game that's not relevant for most of the time that you're playing, but it would be pretty weird if they got rid of it. Love a double dip. She is the druid. I'm gonna finish this lap of rares. Can't just walk away from rares that are spawned, and then I'll do a quick tab through my alt screen, and then I will wrap up for the day because I'm just about at the end of my time slot. We've been live for 3 hours and 6 minutes. Quintuple dip even more. I would love that if I could count to 5. Mount will drop soon. It has to. It might. Might not. How much Marl? 450 on this character. Inksy's sitting on 2,500. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. Yeah, lots of Marl. Happy about that. This pleases me. Doo-doo. I'm lusting. Do you not get a sated debuff anymore when you just lust yourself outside of a group? I don't think you do. That's sick. I don't know when that change happened. It's news to me. It's awesome. I can lust myself on a 3-minute cooldown. Just like out in the field in the world. I thought I'd have to wait 10 minutes. That's amazing. Don't mind me getting lost. Might be a talent? Oh. Maybe a low buff in Zul'Aman? When did that happen? That's huge. Yeah, maybe it's a low buff. What do we got? I'm in war mode. Does that matter? Definitely get sated when you're solo. I didn't just now, though. Look, I've got my lust is on cooldown. It's got 2 minutes left. I don't have sated. Am I cheating? GM friend, right? It's like, oh god, please do not interfere on my behalf. Bring the storm of the nerds upon us. BlizzGM's following Hazel. It's like the really high stakes of somebody viewbotting you maliciously to try to get you in trouble. Just pay GM to remove your sated debuff. Knew that GM was up to something. He's been too quiet. You know a patch is bad when I haven't even stepped into the new zones. Yeah, they weren't awesome. This mount has a chance to drop from all rares in this zone. Each of the 4 midnight zones has 2 rares that can drop from, or 2 mounts rather, that can drop from rares. Don't mind my epic cloth helmet, it's scaring the heck out of me. And they can drop from any rares. I already have the Amani Eagle that drops out here, so I'm just looking for the Witherbark Pango, and that's my last of the 8 mounts. Do we know when labyrinths are going to be a thing? I don't remember. 12.15 or 12.17 or something like that? Late. Probably coming up. Alright. See, look, I'm gonna lust. I'm gonna primal rage myself, and I'm not gonna get sated and watch. At the end of it. Or at the beginning. No buff. No debuff. Much later, guessing near the end of it. Yeah. Because we don't do 0.3 patches anymore, do we? 12.2 would be the last raid tier. Is it a PvP talent? No? Yes. Yes, it is! It's a PvP talent. Mystery solved. I've got Kindred Beasts in war mode. Ferocity, Primal Rage increases haste, but no longer applies sated. Okay. We sorted it out. Never mind. Not a 100 change. Stop the presses. Just a PvP talent. Still pretty sick for this. Still pretty cool. That was Hunter Lust. That was Hunter Lust. I guess it's a smaller version, but you can use it more often. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick alt tour and then I'm gonna get out of here. My water's empty. Almost enough to convince me to turn in war mode. Not quite. I don't see many people out here. It almost never happens. I was kind of on the fence about using war mode for rare hunting, but it's been good. Shall we count? These 2 tabs don't count. Those are just alts on realms for shopping. I've got 3 90s. 1, 2, 3. This is a sub 80, so I'm not going to count him, but he's coming along. He'll be my 4th 90 eventually. So let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. 34 is the answer. Not counting my druid, which will be 35 when I get him caught up. The 2 W's in the top of the screen. These are character boosts. I have 2 apparently for level 70, which is funny. They're just outdated. Whenever you buy like deluxe editions of expansions, they tend to give you a character boost, and I hate boosts and I don't use them, so they just sit on my character screen forever and ever, and they have to figure out how to keep like adjusting them whenever they level squish and stuff, because I haven't used them and I technically paid for them and they can't take them away, but I'm not going to use them. They're just going to sit there. And then these are just name holds. Like the transmog and the human priest? Hazling. Maybe she's born with it. Don't you love the Warband 404 grouping? That mess? Mess? You know what's messy is when you have a Warband campsite and you can see like this much of each character because they take up like look at how well you can see the Mog here and look at how well you can see the Mog here. It's so nice being able to enjoy the whole cinematic group. Yeah. These, I try to name these shopping alts names that are sort of similar to the name of the realm that they're on to kind of give me a clue as to which realm I'm looking for. These are just high pop realms that tend to have cheap stuff that I often shop on, so I keep shopping alts. Some of them I could probably drop. Kill Jaden, Kill Shopping is from Kill Jaden, etc. This is just an auto-gen name. That one doesn't help me much. Yeah, those are just for shopping on auction houses. These are my actual characters that I play. They do have good mogs. Or at least they have very hazel mogs. I think taste is subjective. I like trading post stuff. I don't like a lot of clutter. I have a decent amount of heritage armor on. Characters that were made for heritage armor are probably still wearing their heritage armor. That's trading post. This is partly trading post. Really minimal set. Trading post for sure. This is an old classic transmog of mine that I used to wear in Warlords of Draenor. My audio looks okay on my launcher. Kept losing the campsite setup, so I stopped using them. Who else? Oh, he looks amazing. I did some extra time walking during BFA to get the Ashvane Smuggler set. Those mogs are terrible, so generic. Well, it's okay. You're not invited to my birthday party. Love this one. This is Undead Heritage and I think like Aberrus Priest legs. There's that guy's a scribe. He's an inscriptionist. I wanted him to have like some rolled up paper and some little paper flippies. More cake for us. This is a mage. He doesn't look like a mage, but he's a mage. This is my only void elf. He's got kind of a vampire thing going on. Boy's got some trading post stuff. He's got like his kilt and his hat and his little tartan over the shoulder thing. Goblin looks like she's living life. I don't think it's rage bait. I think people are allowed to not like my mogs. It's a little tiny bit rude to share with me in person that you don't like my mogs. Like if I saw someone wearing an outfit, I feel like and I didn't like it. I'm allowed to not like it, but I don't have to tell them that I don't like it, right? But it's a valid opinion. It's all subjective. There's Krabby. There's Honeyplum. There's Anthus. He's looking a little messy. Boys transmog. Perfect. Stole boy's outfit for my gnome priest. Shopping alt's a serious strategy had not considered. It's really nice for buying profession equipment, for buying battle pets that you want that are cheaper in other servers, for buying transmogs, toys, decor, cheaper on other servers. Death Knight, and then we're out of them. Imagine if some random stranger came up to you in the street to tell you they don't like your outfit. Yeah, it's just IRL rage bait. They're probably filming you for TikTok. Alright, I am done for today. I appreciate the company. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow. I stream Wednesday through Sunday, so we're right at the top of our week. I will be back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to keep killing Zul'Aman rares until they either give me the mount or I die. One of those two things will happen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. Keep an eye on my YouTube in case I do anything dumb, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!